Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Look at that, 19:30 on the dot. No technical problems to report. Is this a bad omen? Possibly so. We'll see. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Mine's been crap. But I'm hoping a bit of this as the police will put matters right. But I doubt it, because we seem to be missing a key member of the team, which is probably going to really finish my weekend off once and for all. Football results were rubbish. Very bad indeed. Really, really ticked me off. But we'll put that to one side. There's more to life than football, isn't there? So let's dive into the story and see what the lay of the land is saying. It's saying this town... Why is it so bloody loud? Is it loud for you guys or just in my ear? Yeah. What the game is saying is this town is going to get a shock. Because the chief of police has been through the mill. His wife's left him. He got $500,000 and she's still not interested. The little fancy piece he was trying to string along, she's turned on him. He had an accident of some sort and he's just come out of a coma again for the second time. And he comes back not only to a police force that is on its backside once again, dejected and devoid of life and energy, but potentially the head honcho of the whole show could be gone. And that could be the tipping point, because if that is the case, folks, I'll tell you now, we're going rogue. We're going to go all out to really cause calamity. There's going to be ass whoopings. There's going to be police brutality. This town's going to get a shake-up. Oh, hell yeah. So, just warning you now, folks. Just warning you now. This could be... Oh, I mean, everybody's happy. City Hall loves us, the police station's... Of course the police station's happy. Bet the new police chief that was standing in. Let everybody have days off willy-nilly. Can I have the day off? Boss, there's a new book out I want to read. Yeah, take it off. Read your book. It's not important. Policing the streets. You know, people are dying out there. But forget it, yeah. Read your damn book. Not on my watch. Tell you now, not on my watch. These people are going to get whipped. Whipped, I tell you. Okay. We saw this last time, right? I'm going to skip this. We saw this last time. I don't want to see this crap. Just show me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Spain hasn't come into work today. I mean, the old hands are letting us down. Spain, without Purdy to keep her in line, she's taking the mick now. You see, the Wolfman. Oh, he's not coming into work today. He can't be bothered. Vasquez, he can't. Valdez, sorry, correction. The spy, the mole, Mr. Moley. Valdez. Oh! No, nobody told me when I was determining who to make the next snitch. This is bloody Valdez, you know, Motorsport manager Valdez. We shouldn't have made him the mole. He's going to end up dead. Goodness me. Clotho, I'm too tired. Can I go home? No, you can't go home, love. Get yourself in. You think that other bozo, that other clown, give your days off willy-nilly? Well, I'm back now. And things are going to go back to how they were. No days off. Slave labour. Okay. Can I go home? I'm too tired. I mean, if they've got one bar of energy, we'll better let them go, because they're going to end up crashing into something, aren't they, and dying on us. So we'll let them go. I've got to face reality. I'm facing reality. I'm facing it. I've had over a week and a half to come to terms with the fact that Purdy's gone. in mysterious circumstances. We're assuming that she has she's decided to take up life as a professional ladies boxing supremo. You know, she's taken that little taste of taking down a professional boxer a few episodes ago. She's got the bug. She's got the bug, and she's taken up professional fighting. I mean, good luck to her. Good luck to her. We're not impressed, but she can come into work. Oh, I'm supposed to press no. I'm pressing the wrong buttons already. Oh, I'm too tired. Can I go home? Yes, go. I cannot. Yes, go away. No, he's drunk and tired. It's not a good combination. Yeah, you can go home as well. Yes, you can go home as well. She's drunk. She can go home. She's drunk. Yes, you can go home. We've got 2 promotions to give out. I'm not going to give it to anybody at the minute because this place is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. But Cook is in town. There's something about Cook. It's the beard, the glasses. He looks like somebody familiar. He could be the next one, you know. But we've got Gibbo. Got the poor man's Purdy or the poor woman's Purdy. She's going to have to step up to the plate here. Ma'am Gibson. Oh, Gibbons. Ma'am Gibbo. She's now the 3-striper on shift. She's going to have to step up to the plate. It's going to have to be the case. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough few days here. Tough few days. Oh, God. God help us all. And in times of dire need, in times of hell on earth that we're facing right now, when stuff's about to go down and the citizens of Freeburg are about to suffer at the hands of batons, taser, tear gas, and God knows what else we decide to unleash upon them to bring back law and order, it requires a certain kind of music. Don't know how loud that is for you guys, but it doesn't sound very loud for me. Yeah, take it over a touch. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this town's getting shot to bits. Oh hell. Hello, holla. Oh yeah. Oh hell, there's gonna be no mercy today, folks. This town is gonna suffer at the hands of 6 cops. 6 cops. A six-man/woman team are about to right. So today marks the beginning of a great political struggle, apparently. The people, including the police, will have to decide who to support. Some will remain loyal to Mayor Rogers, but Robespierre already has a following of his own. Don't expect officers from both camps to work effectively together if you send them out on an assignment. Oh hell. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? So people are going to refuse to work with each other depending... Leave your politics at home, man. No one gives a crap. 20 grand. Good old Clementine Burrows from our sweet factory. At least there's some positive news here. Goodbye, Victor Valdez. Are you kidding me? Oh, we got a raise though. We got a raise. Every cloud has a silver lining, and we can hire one more cop. Yeah, we need to because we just lost one. You know what I mean? Hey, look at this guy! Hey, look at this guy! Look at Mr. Cool Dude here. I'll be back. Oh yeah! Come on down, Sonny Jim. Come on down. The best a man can get. Oh hell yeah! Right, shift. How many officers we got on shift here? Does it tell you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 on shift A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Yeah, shift B. He heard that there's a space on Team B for an officer that gets stuff done. Rocks around with his shotgun, his motorcycle, his boots. Look at him. He looks like he could replace Purdy. He looks like a mean son of a gun. And then we've got Officer Dweeb. Officer Dweebus. Adam Gist. Look at him. Look, I mean, if that rocked up to a job, you know, armed robbery, that comes rocking in through the door. Criminals will piss themselves laughing. And then look at this guy. He should be in a home, bless him. Has he escaped from the home? Is this a costume he's wearing? It's not happening. Right, Gillette. He's coming in. He's coming in. We've got to hire this guy just because he looks ridiculously like he needs toughening up a bit. So he's going to join the same shift. Two officers for shift B. I use Gillette razors. I do use Gillette razors. I've got a Mac 3. One of those electric buzzing things, you know. Okay. I can't wait for Gillette to join. I really can't. Okay, so let's have a look what else we can do. Can we make another request? Anything else going on here? No. The church apparently can do something. City Hall, there we go. There we go. No, we'll just ask for another officer slot and we'll just ask for a raise. I think we've got quite enough detectives. Let's check the investigations. We've got one investigations. Pagan ritual. We don't have enough for that one, but we will put some more cops on, more on the case. Get a couple more on the case. Let's have a look. Who we're going to put on the case here? A couple of competent officers need to be on this case. Oh look, who's Cloth though? I mean, Cloth. Yeah, just help out, buddy. Not asking you to solve the biggest murder known to man, but just help out. Yeah, make the teas.
212 in progress.
Right, got destruction of property in the mall. It looks like it's bloody snowing. Is it winter? Hello, Josh. Welcome. Right, here we go. So we're gonna be very careful here. Cops are gonna have to be very creative with how they conduct themselves because we're a bit thin on the ground. Right, we've got destruction in the mall. Teenagers walked into a furniture store and started complaining to the clerk that there were too many mirrors on the furniture. He was behaving very inappropriately, insisted on arguing, and finally lost his temper entirely. He pushed a woman over and started pounding on all the mirrors with his bare hands, screaming, "How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?" Okay, this requires us 2 officers. Just the 2 will suffice. Gibson, we need you to step up and put this little urchin in his place. Oh yeah. Take Cook with you. Mom, Gibbo. I want to call her Gibson. Gibson's a better name. Mom, Gibbons, and Officer Cook reporting to the mall. Oh, she ain't got time for teenagers. She ain't got time for that crap, I'm telling you now. She's going to take off her slipper. Whoop his ass. Right, suspicious individual in the mall. Can't you do both jobs while you're there? Multitask. We're thin on the ground. We can't afford to juggle things. Oh, look at that. Not even asking. She indeed did take off. She doesn't wear slippers to the job, but she had slippers in her kit bag in the police car. Reached in, took the slipper with her, beat that guy down. Very good. Very good indeed. Proficient, we like it. But there's another job at the mall. Suspicious individual. So in the next downtime, at the end of the day, there's red and green, isn't there? I'm assuming that's who they're voting for. So we're going to have to take note of who's who. Just so that we don't get them confused, you know? Sending them to jobs and all that. A suspicious man at the mall. He squeezed in beside me next to the yogurt and started acting very strange. I pushed him away, ran to the cashier and demanded the phone. Come arrest this scoundrel immediately. Right. We're going to have to be very selective about the jobs that we go to as well today. And a suspicious male in a mall squeezed up the side of an old of Mrs. Anderson. Nah. Even if it's a real job, I still don't want to commit my officers to that load of crap. Some crime we're going to have to let slide. Right, a recent crime wave, as the press talking, and all we can point to is a lot of crappy police work. Don't blame me, I've been out of action. Send one of your men to go talk to the journalists. Tell them the rank and file officers assure the people of Freeman that there's no need to worry. There is no need to worry. Anderson, go tell them. There's no need to panic. Okay, so that was a false call. A suspicious man was philosophy professor Mr. Zambezi, who had forgotten his glasses. He was just trying to check the price of the yogurts. It's a good job he wasn't wearing his glasses, otherwise he'd have realised they were extortionately expensive. Reckless endangerment on the beach. A drunk man decided to take his young boy on a boat ride, but he's having difficulty keeping on his feet. Is it a crime? I know drink driving is a crime, but is it a crime to sail whilst under the influence of alcohol? That's news to me. Drunken sailing? Drunk in charge of a boat? It must be. It must be, right? It must be. Being drunk in charge of a horse is a criminal offence. So, I mean, being drunk in charge of a boat surely must be too. Yeah, let's go check it out. We can't have kids drowning because of drunken fathers. We'll send the three amigos, all we've got left: Scanlon, McCoy, and Ozaki. So indeed, the season does appear to have changed. We're getting snow here, as you can see. Hit and run at the high school. We're going to struggle to reach that. Oh, only three-man job. I think the jobs are kind of being kind to us because the game appreciates that we're going to have no staff left. So rather than give us all those jobs that require the entire team right at the very beginning, they're just giving us little piddly jobs, which is nice of them. You know, very nice. So anyway, hit and run at the school. A truck with no license plates ran over an elderly man. Okay, looks like it's Ma'am Gibbons and Officer Cook once again. She takes no prisoners, but how's her driving skills? We'll soon find out. Okay, so the frightened boy is sitting in a boat while his father unties it from the dock. As I have informed you, as the chief has informed the officers in the morning briefing, there is no mercy to be taken henceforth. No pussyfooting around, no nicey-nicey. I want action. Stern, swift action. So straight away, Officer Scanlon, taking on board the briefing, grabs the rope. Oh! The man grabs the paddle and starts swinging it at the police, waving it round, doing twirls and pirouettes, almost like Geralt of Rivia. And given that Purdy's now not here, she would certainly duel the man with her nightstick. So we're gonna dedicate this to Purdy. Scanlon, duel this man to the appropriate music. I'm at you. Has he taken his oils and potions though? Has he done that? No. The officer's caught and Scanlon has done Purdy proud. Well done. Well done indeed. She'd have done it better, surely. But the offender was caught. Everybody's back in one piece. The man was drunk, though. You know, he wasn't a professional boxer. He was just a drunken father. So don't get too ahead of yourself, Scanlon. Oh, two jobs. Hit and run report. Look at them. They're not even radioing back for any sort of advice. She's got it under lockdown as Gibbons, man. She's got it under lockdown. Don't worry. I ain't got 3 strikes for nothing here. So we've got vandalism in the suburb. That just requires 1 officer. Good old Peggy Smith, when she came home from work, startled some hooded teenagers who were painting graffiti on the wall of her house. I tried to grab one of them by the scruff of the neck, but he squirmed away from me and ran, the little bastard. Okay, and another one-man job. No, that's the same job. Sorry. Disorderly conduct. Another one-man job. Disorderly conduct in Atticus Tower. There's an old man in stinking rags near the main entrance, playing the accordion, singing a strange song. He's just busking. Nah, he's busking. Do you know what? We don't like Atticus Tower. Go swivel. Go swivel. He's just busking, man. Get lost.
210, complete.
Right, I wanted to take Gibbons to this one, but she's not available, so we'll have to take somebody else. Ozaki? Yeah. Go sort out this little hooded youth. And as I said, harsh. Teach them lessons they won't forget. Fender escaped. I don't care, he was playing the accordion. It was probably a really good tune. That's not an accordion, but you know what I mean. A big job is coming. I can feel it in my waters. I can feel it in my waters. A big job's coming. Is this the one? Ooh, could be. Got enough here. A reckless endangerment in the zoo. A zoo employee had a fight with her boyfriend and hit him on the head with a bowl. Reasonable. He was stunned, and when he came to, he discovered the angry girl had locked him in a cage with a bear. Maybe a little bit harsh, but I mean, did he deserve it? We probably can't turn a blind eye to this one, so come on then, troops. Let's go sort this mess out, shall we? Let's see how Gibbons is when it comes to dealing with bears. Dealing with teenagers, not a problem. Clip round the ear, hit them with a slipper, perfect. A bear, on the other hand, could be a different matter. Scanlon, nightstick wielding expert, could he have a say? Slipper, nightstick, what could Mr. Cook do? Hello, Dipsy. Ooh.
211, complete.
Good. And I hope you took on the advice that we told you. Taught him a lesson. I hope that this little teenager will not be graffitiing again for fear of the consequences. Well done, though. You got the job done. That's all we can ask for. The wooden spoon.
Officer on scene.
Many implements.
Situation here.
I suppose it depends what heritage you come from. My dad was Jamaican, so it was the weapon of choice in those parts is usually a belt or a switch from the nearby tree. Yes, that's quite a common thing over there. The old grandma, if you besmirched grandma, she'd just ask you to go pull a switch from the tree. You had to actually go physically pull it off yourself, and if it wasn't big enough, she'd make you go get another one, and then she'd proceed to whip you with it. I'm not talking from experience. I'm talking from stories I've heard. Anyway, reckless endangerment in the zoo. Apparently the girlfriend is pounding on the bars with the bowl that she hit the boyfriend over the head with, trying to wake the bear up, imploring it to eat her dastardly boyfriend. Open the cage, arrest the woman, try to squeeze through the bars of the cage. Hey, we ain't putting ourselves in the danger zone here. Deal with the woman first, then we'll deal with the man. Take her away. And, yeah, just take her away first. Oh, she swallowed the key. I see. That's how it's going to go, is it? That's how it's going. And now the bear wakes up after the commotion. It's standing on its hind legs and it's approaching the guy. I mean, I'm an animal lover, you know what I mean? I do like my dogs and my animals. But I did say that it's just no mercy. It's a no mercy approach. We could taser the bear, but we don't know if will taser be effective on a bear? I don't see why not. However, in line with the new stance we are taking, it's maximum violence, man, woman, child, or bear, I'm afraid, and it's going to be shot. Sorry. Blame Gibbons. Blame Gibbons if you must. Don't blame me. Blame Gibbons. She was the one that commanded. Kill it! You heard what the chief said this morning. No mercy. Kill it! Kind's peace. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, it happens all the time. What was that gorilla that got shot? Was it Harambe? Last year, 2 years ago, caused a riot uproar. We ain't going to this. Supporters have decided to go on strike, demanding a wage increase. Send some of your stronger men to help me move the boxes. What do we look like? Freebird removals facility? Remove your own damn boxes. We've got enough cash already to retire. We don't need to do these little crappy jobs anymore. Dr. Krushinsky. Jack, your overall state of health is very worrying. You need to cut down your hours as soon as possible. Shut up. I know what I'm doing here. This tower won't cure itself. I've got a job to do. A massive fight at the soccer stadium. We don't have a massive amount of people, but we can only try our best with what we've got. We could just not turn up. We're half squad. If Purdy was here, this would be adequate numbers. She'd deal with it herself, but she's not. A clash between two sets of fans. They're tearing up the arena and a small riot has erupted. 30 people are involved. If now is ever a time to encapsulate your inner Purdy, now is it. Scanlon, you're going to need to wield that stick. Gibbons, get many slippers. Oh yes, many slippers will be required today. Pagan ritual. What? I don't recall this ever happening previously. They die en route to an investigation. I've never seen detectives dying during the investigation itself. Is this a new thing? What is happening? The hell? This game is going. You gotta fight fire with fire. The chief has upped the level. No mercy. The game is pushing back. Oh, I won't be beaten, game. You won't beat me. I'm telling you now, don't rile me. Don't rile me. Right, we're done. We're done for the day. We're gonna have to hang fire for now. Right, well, that's rather unfortunate. Better not ask for backup, guys, because it's not coming. And I ain't letting you retreat either. No mercy, I said.
311.
Massive fight. Every job that Gibbons has been to, she doesn't ask for assistance. She doesn't ask for advice. She just gets the job done. Commanding the troops with expertise. Look at that. 30 men, women, rioting. Not a problem. There's hope. There's hope. And that's without Gillette, who's coming next week, next couple of days. Oh, hell yeah. Well, team, I got to admit, you did very well there. You did very well to say that we were understaffed. Very impressed. Apart from the dead detectives, I couldn't do anything about that though. Just feels like random chance to me. I did say that I was going no mercy. You know what I mean? So delaying the paperwork, I think that's to do with getting money, isn't it? Is that to like get a bit of moolah? I'm going to try it, just with one officer to try, just to start with, just one, just to see what it does. So we'll delay the paperwork and we'll declare the other two dead. Just and declare dead. Just want to try it once. Just try it with the best. Oh, Anderson, yeah. Who's Anderson again? Who? I don't know what you're talking about. No. She's not dead. She's at home. She's reading a book. She asked me this morning to have the day off to read a book. Yeah, that's exactly what. That's what's happening here. I'm so kind. I let people off to read books and stuff, you know. Female brain, no different from male brain. What a shock. Woman freezes to death waiting to enter fur store. Oh, we get their paycheck. Good. Okay, so here we go. Starts again. Fitzsimmons didn't come to work today. Okay. You're drunk. Okay. You're drunk. You're too tired. You're too tired. You're drunk and tired. You're drunk. You're not quite tired enough. You're drunk. You're not quite tired enough. You are tired enough. Jesus wept. Ah, that's why it's no longer green and red. Ah, we need another mole. We need another mole. We need a moley. Little moly. Right, we're gonna get a really cheapy, crappy officer to get a mole. And in terms of promotions, none of you deserve one. Oh, look, our days are cut short now. Just let me play some Gwent. Oh, yes, very nice. Parked in reserve spaces. Come down and fix the problem. I think if we take these two people down, we lose them for the whole shift. So, do you know what? Parking issues. There's bigger fish to fry in this city, Mr. Mayor, than your parking issues. Get stuffed. Thank you, Clementine. Ooh, another slot. Ooh. I'm going to hire this guy just because. I think it'll be hilarious. I mean, look at him. Doddery old man. And we'll oh, look at little Luka Chovich. Look at his little pimples and his little acne problem. He's going to be the mole. So we'll stick him on shift B because it means it'll get done quicker, I think. Oh no, yeah, shift B. So he'll be the mole. We'll bring you to shift A. Why not? Little old Jaxie. And we need another detective for shift B because some died. You're not marvellous, but you'll have to do. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't have a deputy either. Seems to be missing a deputy. Jeez Louise. What's this? Mission from the Labour Union. Mr. Boyd, I'm trying to settle a small problem. My deputy, Paul Higgins, has unearthed some papers that could potentially hurt my career. He's threatened to go public in the coming days. Apparently he expects me to turn myself in. It's no trouble for me to deal with this traitor, but I need to buy some time. Can you send a squad of officers to our office, act like you're performing a search, maybe even pretend to arrest me? Then Higgins will think the issue is resolved and he'll let his guard down. Then I'll stab him in the spine. Sound fair enough? Not really, no. Sorry, pal. Sorry, pal, got real crime to fight. With an iron fist. Any good films? No. I don't really watch a lot of films. And I haven't been to the cinema for ages. The last time I went to the cinema, it was to watch the new Tarantino film when I was in Manchester in the bank holiday weekend. Which was a really strange film. Shut me blinds, shut me blinds. Okay, assault with an offensive weapon. Old friends Mr. Casey and Mr. Perevalov were arguing about how to cook the best barbecue. Of course, the best way to cook a barbecue is with proper coals, you know, none of this gas barbecue nonsense. It's got to have proper oil drum style barbecue. You know, different layers so that you can, you know, adjust the temperature as you see fit. And yeah, proper coals. That's the best barbecue. I hope that's what you were arguing about. Apparently it was what they were arguing about, but you know, Mr. Perevalov was so horrified that Mr. Casey insisted that gas barbecues were better, so much so that he stabbed him in the stomach. Take that, he said. Barbecue that, you little. The man's wife phoned the police after she locked herself in the bedroom fearing for her life. Oh dear. How do you assign the mole? Without a do you do it through affairs? Oh, wait a minute. I thought I was trying to do it through a deputy, but it might be through affairs. Okay, so yeah, assault with offensive weapon, a dangerous situation, and you know, this team has not lost its experience, not lost its key officers. It's you know, good old Robbins and Yancey, the dynamic duo, formerly Yancey of Yancey's Angels, came across to the A shift, teamed up with Robbins, and both of them together have been absolutely sublime. But when it comes to violence, it's usually Song and Gorbachev that get stuff done. So just the two. I'm sure them two will be just fine. Gorbachev, fresh off his vodka shots, is looking for a fight. Mission from God. Yeah, we missed the opportunity to take down the church, didn't we? If I recall. Right, Moser, don't die on me, buddy, please. Don't die on me, Moser, whatever you do. Just don't do it, buddy. Mr. Boyd, I wanted to arrange a holiday for the faithful of our city with popular Christian music to attract the young people. I invited a Christian rock group, the Freebird Brothers in Christ. They're supposed to be the perfect role models for young people around the world. At first everything went fine. They came and behaved very nicely as befits humble men singing praises to the Lord. But on the day of the concert, it came out that their lead singer overdosed on cocaine and whiskey, while the others were staging an orgy with male prostitutes. I cancelled the concert and demanded that the musicians return their fee, but they told me to go to hell. The Lord wants you to deal with these worthless hypocrites. Let them, we don't... No. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, got bigger fish to fry. Papa Carl's Pizza.
412-911 in progress.
Yeah, I told you. Song and Gorbachev. They get stuff done. Let's hope that they're voting the same way, because they've been partners for ages. Child abuse at the pizzeria. An inebriated man decided to teach his young son a lesson right there in the pizzeria. He pulled down the boy's pants and started to spank him with a pizza peel. I told you not to slurp, and don't talk back, you little ne'er-do-well. Quite an appropriate topic given the latest news, but this is probably a bit too much. Underwood and Darnell. There you go, little terrible twins. You sort this father out, please. Sort this father out. We can't have this going on. And a touch of Dionysus liquor store, a theft. Ooh, that's a very violent theft. Ooh, a truck crashed through the back gate of the warehouse. People wearing hoods have stormed the area and are quickly loading boxes. Oh dear. We're kind of a little bit on the short side. Just hang fire, hang fire, hang fire. We'll be with you in a second. Don't go anywhere. Right, go. Go, 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 go. Dynamic Duo Part 1. The two head honchos of the shift. Which one shall we give the promotion to? Song and Gorbachev, the fighters, and good old John, just tagging along, making up the numbers. You let a drunken father escape your clutches. Guys, who else is missing? Come on, who else is bloody missing? I've just realised somebody else is missing from this little organisation. My eyes do not deceive me. Where's Percy? Where's Percy? Where is our moustache, long-haired, useless Officer Percy? Where is he? This is obviously not counterfeit money, it's a toy shop, it's probably toy money. Did we give him the day off? I don't know. Maybe. I kind of rifled through them very quickly. We'll have to double check. Is there a way to check the entire shift? Public indecency. Visitors to the Corn Monument got a surprise today. A naked woman walked up and began posing next to the monument. This would be exactly the kind of job that Percy would enjoy. Anyway, for now, the terrible twosome have to go and take care of it. Maybe there'll be more. Oh! Get out of it! You want one more officer? I've got. Literally, this is probably the city's best right now. The B shift are a bit undermanned and understaffed and under-professional at the moment. You guys are the creme de la creme of my force, and you can handle this little situation. Get on with it. Oh, we can't sell it because there's no mafia anymore. Let's have a look. Police station. He's gone. I'm telling you, look, he's gone. We've lost Percy. What is this game doing to us? Why? Losing Purdy and Percy. It's almost too much. Almost enough to cause us to blow a fuse. Oh, look at Gillette. I can't wait to start working with him. Look at him. He just looks like he just looks so cool. Oh my god. Right, come on. Yeah, Percy is definitely gone, people. Yeah. They were just gift cards. Right. Unlawful assembly at City Hall. A noisy crowd has gathered, demanding the legalisation of soft drugs. Pot cures cancer, the protesters are chanting as they defiantly smoke joints. Right. Now previously, we'd tackle protests in a peaceful manner. Peaceful protest, peaceful, oh my god! My god! Cover your eyes, folks, cover your eyes here, this is not a sight to see. A naked woman has run up to an officer, probably Darnell, kissed him on the lips and then snatched his service weapon. And defiantly disobeying the chief's orders, which involved knocking the weapons out of her hand and putting her face down in the dirt. That would be the preferred option given the new no-holds-barred routine that we are now carrying out. He loses all control of himself and demands a second kiss.
214 complete.
And just as they're in mid-action, Underwood sweeps her legs from right under her and sends her crashing to the floor. They're covering it up as if Darnell was trying to pull her off her stride. We'll keep an eye on this man. It's just a distraction technique, says Darnell. Honestly, distraction technique. At least somebody did the right thing. Right, we've got as much back as we're going to get for this piece, for this unlawful assembly. Gorbachev, I'm relying on you. Break some legs.
510 in progress.
And no kissing the protesters, yeah? A shooting in the ghetto is going to have to go unchecked at the minute. Can't send just 2 cops to that. Several shots have rung out from a nearby window, followed by a man shouting, "Shut up! Every night the same thing, freaking junkies!" The neighbour is a former soldier who often quarrels with the young people who spend evenings hanging out the... Do you know what? They probably deserve it. You shoot them dead! If they ain't got anything better to do than cause grief in your neighbourhood, well, take the law into your own hands. We need assistance! We need assistance! We need assistance! This is a very big unlawful assembly. Lots of cannabis in the air. 2 of the officers are down. 2 of the officers are down. They're high as kites. Right, we'll send the rest in. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah, officers down. Officers off the face. Big plume of smoke. Right, we've got... do we have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shooting in the ghetto. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not sorry. It was a military man being vigilante. If we'd have turned up, we'd have killed him as well. Saved us a job, not a problem. God, The Witcher 3 had some awesome music, didn't it? Good grief. Well done, team, well done. Well done. Bodybuilding competition at the Sand Ice Arena. Farmer confuses kite with UFO and a corn monument turns into a giant icicle. They're not going to be happy with that. Nah. We didn't sort out the parking problems. A couple of people died. City Hall not going to be impressed. But who cares? Who cares? I'm retiring soon anyway. Got me pot of money. I'm just going to kick some ass before I leave this place. Some pipes in my house busted. I need to wait for the plumber. Can I take the day off? No, you can't. Yeah, you can go home. You're obviously very run down. You can obviously stay here. You're fine. My cats ate some cream. You're a cat man. You surprised me. No, you can't have the day off. I'm too tired. Oshiro. Can I go home? No, you can't. My grandfather has epilepsy. Oh my god, he needs a special new drug. Can I go out of town and get it? No. No, you can't. You can't read your book. But you can go home drunk. And so can Hugh. This is the second day. This is the second shift running, Spain. Come on. Don't force my hand, love, please. You're an old schooler. Don't force my hand. Deary me. Right, this shift. I'm promoting Gillette straight away. He looks like a guy that needs some stripes. He needs some stripes. It's as simple as that. This man is going to lead the shift. In quick time. We have cherry-picked this man to get the job done. Oh yeah. In fact, we could have probably given him a second stripe, but we'll just do it one at a time. Don't want to run before you can walk, you know what I mean? Right, let's just quickly check out a couple of bits here. We can't assign a mole at the minute because we don't have a deputy, which is rather unfortunate. Okay. So we still don't know who wants to work with who votes for who. We don't know. Quite frankly, do we care? We should care, but we really don't care. We get some more moolah from our little share in the candy factory. This has proved to be quite a lucrative little deal. And who's this? Mr. Boyd. She's got a big mole on her face. Please note that this information is highly classified. 6 months ago, terrorists simultaneously launched 3 satellites, which, according to our intelligence, transmitted some kind of hypersensitive radiation waves designed to sap our willpower. We've quickly developed a cure, which should improve the mental strength of our citizens, especially the military and police forces. We're conducting clinical studies, and we need 4 of your employees to try out the latest version of the drug. 80 grand! If we needed the coin, we would, but this is going to cause our officers, probably some of them, maybe could die from this, or get really ill. No, thank you. No, thank you. Still have this labour union mission. We don't need the coin, so you know what? Forget it. Find some other lackeys to do it. Everyday abuse. Ooh, what? Business back to normal now, is it then? Big jobs and all that. Oh my god! Have you seen that name? Oh my god! 3 jobs. Right. Let's just quickly assess which was a real first. Explosion near the coffee shop. That could be. Is it near? Is it like firework night? Is it near? It was winter time, right? This could be. It sounds dodgy to me, that. But should we risk it? It could be bombs. It's not bombs. I mean, I'll have bombs. Get out of town, bombs. Stoned teenagers stole a fire engine and are now riding through the city centre, sirens blazing, spraying pedestrians with a fire hose. Right, that needs sorting out. So who's going to be the... Gillette needs testing. I've just got the scene from Terminator in my mind. Do you know when he's riding his motorcycle? And I can't remember the exact location, but he had a shotgun in his hand. And he's riding... And he reloads his shotgun with one hand. Perfect scene. Gillette is going to recreate this. He's going to have a sidekick, of course. Let's have a look who's going to accompany him. Who is the man or woman? McCoy. Yeah. Keep your gob shut, McCoy. Whatever I do is for the good of the city. Right, let's go. Oh hell. Oh dear. Right, child abuse at the mall. The company, Flutie Fanny, which produces diapers and toys, put on a presentation about their new products. 2 clowns have come along to entertain mothers and children. The kids didn't like the clowns, and some began to cry, and one of the clowns lashed out at the audience. Second clown has pulled a World War II gun out of his bag and has aimed it at the crowd. Oh, 2 psychiatric patients. Okay. We'll leave the bombs job and assume it's just a fireworks or something. But this one requires some assist. This requires going to. So let's have a look. 2 Mad as Hatters clowns from the local penitentiary. Well, we know that Gibbo and Cook work well together. Austin and Scanlon, and we'll take one of the newbies as well. Oh, little pock-faced Chovich, and we'll have to cope with that lot. This is a false call, surely. Fireworks. Phew. Because if it was bombs, we'd have been screwed. Police sat back and did nothing as city blown to bits. Yeah. Tires shot out with shotgun. Fire engine. Wheels busted. Ended up screeching, flipping over a few times. The kids inside were dead, but you know what I mean. The job was done. Job well done. Well done, Gillette. Well done. Ooh.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Uh-oh. Clowns are in the mall. Clowns are in the mall. Ba-doo-doo-doo. There's a crowd of weeping children and mothers scrambling for cover. One clown is sitting and growling and tearing his hair out. The other takes aim at the hysterical crowd. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, Gibbons is having to step up to the plate. The new Purdy and all that. She ain't taking no prisoners. She's pouncing on the clown with a gun, trying to rive it out of his hand. Is she as good as Purdy at doing this kind of thing?
414.
Not quite. She was struggling. She there was a struggle. Thankfully, Cook was on hand to help her out, and between the two of them managed to wrench this gun out of her hand, and then she bloody gave him a clip around the ear. The other clown, Chovich, took care of it. The other clown was just sort of sat there rocking, like confused about what was going on. I mean, he could have been mistaken for one of the kids in the crowd, couldn't he, bless him? But the job was finally done, it was fine. We got there in the end. Oh, a carjacking. Another job for Gillette. He just rocks up, vroom, vroom, turns his bike off. Hang on a second, don't go anywhere, we need your services again. 2 men with pistols approached and told me to get out of the car. Hang fire. He's off again on his chopper. Chopper and shotgun at the ready. Right, McCoy, come on. Riding pillion. We need 2. So he's going on his bike with McCoy on the back, shotgun in hand. We need we need a car as well. So let's have a look here. We'll take. I think Obi and Azaki could work. Let's have a look. No, Azaki and Oshiro could work well together. So we'll go with Obi and Officer Gist. Good old officer. Look at him, bless him. Right, you just sit there, Gist, and you just radio over. You just use the radio and just shout out where we are. Yeah, keep the control room abreast of the situation. Don't do anything too dicey. Just keep comms up. Yeah. Nothing else. Is it his first job? Possibly. Leave it to Gillette to do the main action bits, yeah?
311A in progress.
Oh, the 3 O's. Oshiro, Obi, Ozaki. A fight at the athletics shoe shop. Are they having a sale? Oh, two girls having a catfight over the last pair of designer shoes, tearing at each other's hair, gouging their eyes. The guard cannot sort them out. I'm still suffering the injuries from the last SWAT team. Are you kidding me? For two girls in a catfight. Oh, yeah, hellfire. Right, Gibson, this is for you. This is for you. Right, Austin, you don't need more than 2 officers for 2 girls having a catfight, surely. She doesn't even need to have to buy, or to bring, rather, her own slippers for this job. She's just going to pluck a couple of flip-flops off the shelves when she gets there. She'll use them. Oh yeah. The eyewitnesses say that a raving lunatic of an officer wielding a shotgun put many holes in the side of the vehicle and the tyres. And is this how officers get stuff done around here? A law unto themselves? And then the eyewitness was promptly arrested for disturbing the peace.
1111 in progress.
What have we got here? We've got drug sales in the residential area. There's a drug pusher working out of the parking lot near his home. He's an Arab, and every day comes rumbling up on his moped, selling drugs to the local school children. These tend to be fake jobs, you know, where people ring up and accuse, like, minorities of doing crime. It tends to be false calls, you know. Just because he's an Arab doesn't mean he's a drug dealer. I mean, I don't know what he's selling from his moped, like. Dirty movies? I don't know. But I'm not going to go to it. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to test this theory. I think Mr. Coleman has got a bit of racial bias in him. Meanwhile, at the donut store, which we will be going to, there's a police officer and all that. An elderly man caught sight of a man using drugs. A packet of white powder was taken from his pocket and he sprinkled it on a donut and ate them. That's obviously a false call. That was sugar. Not going to either of those jobs. But it makes me think this is probably a real... I've never seen 2 false calls at a time. So that makes me think that this is probably a real job. But I don't care. I don't care.
311A complete.
Yep. Flip-flops work to treat. Work to treat. Adidas flip-flops, great for slapping people with. Okay, it wasn't Arab selling drugs. I thought it might be, after I saw that this was a false call here.
1111E complete.
Sugar, told you. Right, bear with me, it's dinner time. Oh! Oh, man. It's a rather big plate of food. Jeez, it's wet. It's gonna be too hot for this, too hot for dressing gowns, too hot. My Leeds United dressing gowns, see? Right. What lovely music have we got now? Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Right. So I've got sausage. I've got 3 sausages, skinless sausages. I've got some liver, some lamb's liver, some mashed potato, some mashed swede, some cauliflower, and tons of onion gravy, lashed all over. It's a proper hearty meal. Right. A large shipment of contraband is being unloaded at the port. This requires urgent assistance. So Gibson on the case. We'll leave Gillette out of it for now. Austin, Scanlon, and let's have a look at Gist. Gisty, Chovich. He needs to earn his stripes. Perfect. Ooh. I think we might have enough frames now. We may have enough frames here. Pagan ritual, people. Ooh, ooh. Bing, 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 bing. Not enough. Jesus. You kidding me? I think we're done. I think we're done. Unless there's one more job. Oh, one more job. An easy way to get into the City Hall's good books here. Send them now! Right, we'll send old Gisty. I mean, look at this guy. We'll send Cook. He's got a face for camera. Look at him. Look at that. Oh, you missed it, Cham. I just announced what I was having for dinner. I'll give her a juice, this Gibbons woman, you know. She's getting stuff done. She ain't hanging about, is she? She ain't hanging about. She very rarely just bothers us. She just gets the job done. She's really stepped up to the plate in Purdy's absence. She really has. She really has. We're loving it. We're loving it. She's not there yet. She's not there yet, but will she ever get there? I don't know, because Gillette is earmarked for that task. He looks like he could take over from where Purdy left off. He might even be a man of broader talents. We've already seen he's a crack shot with a shotgun whilst riding a motorcycle. You know, taking out a fire truck and vigilante carjackers, shooting out the Taj, putting bullet holes into the wheels, just putting the fear of God into them. We're yet to see his hand-to-hand skills, but we'll get there. So let's have a quick look, a quick rundown at the officers of the Shift A or Shift B. 57 successful assignments. She's been in from the start. It's Jill Austin. Failed 5. Political views as of yet unknown. Oh, I love this music. Just sort of. Oh, this was. What was the area? Was it Velen? This is the Velen theme, right? I think it is anyway. Oh, it's such great music. Give me some Skelliger music. Come on, give it to me. Yeah, so that's Jill Austin, one of the old timers. Officer Scanlon, it's quite new-ish. Working since September 19. Oh, it says 92 days. There you go. Look at that. 92 days on shift. Yeah, 158. Look at that. 158 day. 92 for this man. We've got to keep our eye on this chappie. Look at that. He's not even failed an assignment yet. 34 successful, not a single failure. We have not acknowledged this before now. This man is quite eye-opening. He just goes about his business, doesn't cause any scenes, doesn't kick up a fuss, but he's very proficient. Extra strike required? I think possibly so. Mom Gibbons. Slipper extraordinaire. Flip-flop, slipper, high heel, the footwear don't matter. She's a crack shot with it. Whether she needs to just poof, put you around the side of the face, or in true, you know, fearing, you know, some mothers, some grandmothers have that expert knack of being able to actually throw the slipper to discipline a child and get it right in the place where it hurts, almost like a homing thing. Slipper tossing expert. She's got it all. She's stepping up and she's leading the team well so far, but she's got some stiff competition. 2 failed assignments, unfortunately. So she's got to keep on. Crystal McCoy. She's been with us for 61 days. Hang fire here. Read this correctly, people. She's been with us for 61 days, but has only been to 8 jobs. How has that worked out? She's been to 20. She's been to 24. You've been to 8. Crystal McCoy. Well then, is that so? Guess who's gonna get their ass kicked next time you're on shift? She's going to everything. She's going to... Yeah, 61 days, 8. But then she's been 73. But she's been to far more. Gillette. Yeah. Mr. Terminator himself. The Terminator. That's going to have to be his nickname. The Terminator. It's going to have to be it. 2-0. There's plenty of time left for this man. Right, we've got a Shiro. He's only been to 6 jobs. Something's gone wrong here. No failures yet. She hasn't failed either. Ozaki, no failures for you. Obi, 31 and 4. 13th of September. He came similar time to Scanlon. But whereas Scanlon is 34 and 0, Obi is 31 and 4. Yeah, not quite as good. But to say he's been here for that long, his professionalism could do with a little bit of work. It's time to get you cracking on, Sonny Jim. Cook. He's been teaming up with Gibbons quite recently. Adam Gist. Or Gist. Get my gist. One success and Chovich 2-0, so not bad. Some of the newbies. How do you end this charade? Right, declare dead. Ordered to work tomorrow. Yeah, Anderson, can you hear me? Don't ignore me, love. Can you come into work tomorrow, please? Yeah, we'll declare her dead now. You don't need her money. Ordered to work tomorrow. Yeah, she's bet. Yeah, we got people visiting the office. Just put her glasses on, her sunglasses, put her hat on her, just prop her up at the desk. Yep, she's working very hard on the case. She never says it. She's a very quiet soul. Doesn't say a word. She's that you know, besotted with a job. She's just focused, you know. Can you imagine? Have we got sound? He's not saying anything.
My God, Mr. Boyd, there's no tea in the whole house. We've looked everywhere. I could bring you a nice box of Japanese tea. I think you'd fall in love.
Nah. Yorkshire tea, pal.
Let's get this over with. The people on the street are freezing by now.
Oh, yes. I do apologize for the ill-mannered crowd. A man in my position deals with a lot of unpleasantness.
Mr. Boyd, don't you wonder why Mayor Rogers so easily gave you your job back?
I promised the doctors I'd think less.
Funny. The people of this city are in the opposite situation. They've begun to use their heads for the first time in many years. They've learned to argue, but of course they can't agree on anything. Does Freeburg need change? Should the old guard give way to a new generation of politicians? Would I make a good mayor? Was Stuart Rogers a bad mayor? All these arguments reek of naivete, but let's be charitable. Many of them are allowing themselves to doubt for the first time. What's important is this. In times when the people cannot reach an accord, what they need is something to unite them. And one of those things is their undying love for their chief of police. People can support me or hate me, can defend Rogers or demand his resignation, but they remain sure of one thing. Their police chief is a saint. Their police chief won't let the city fall to chaos. And despite everything, the events of recent months have only improved your reputation, Mr. Boyd. The people have been touched by your recovery from that coma, your eagerness to return again and again to your post, to serve the city. And of course, Stuart Rogers, whose position is seriously shaken, wishes to take advantage of you.
Rogers understands that he won't survive this fight. He just wasn't prepared for it. So he's planned a major security operation. He intends to storm Eugene's house, burn everything to the ground so the pillar of smoke can be seen from anywhere in the city. He wants you to personally lead the assault. He'll tell the reporters that Eugene Chaffee was behind a series of terrorist attacks across the city. When he offered armed resistance during his arrest, Eugene was shot and killed.
What are you gonna do about it?
What should I do? Respond in kind, of course.
What, you're gonna storm City Hall?
Don't have the stomach for it, Mr. Boyd? You do understand what my gratitude would mean. Enough money to last you the rest of your life.
My job. I want to keep my job. Not 1 year, not 5 years, but until I decide it's time to leave.
I told you, Eugene, he's no longer interested in money.
Oh, I'll take the money, too. It'll be nice to get a bonus when you extend my contract.
You ask for too much, Mr. Boyd.
Oh, really?
I'll visit you in a few days, Mr. Boyd. Gather your strength. You forgot them in my car the last time we met.
Thanks, but I gave them up. Might add a few years to my life.
Ooh, looks like we may have a choice to make very shortly. Well, we ain't picking Rogers, that's for sure. Can't stand the man. Can't stand the man. Anybody else want a piece? No? Right. Who is this strap going to then? I was thinking of giving it to Robbins initially. Alternatively, there's somebody mentioned somebody earlier. Did they? Our friend Gillette, I think, is also in line. Did I want to give it to somebody? Nobody stands out at the minute here. We'll hang fire. We'll have another look at Shift B and assess. Oh, look at Jaxie. Ooh, his first day on the job. See how he gets on. Our 85-year-old male officer. I mean, there's obviously new stuff in the catalogue. We'll just have a look. I'm not going to obviously buy any of it, but oh, is that it? Oh, 2 songs. Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky. Who needs Tchaikovsky? Well, you've got this. Can keep your Tchaikovsky. Was this the music that we had when we fought that that guy from the White Hunt, and I died like 6, 7, 8 times? Do you remember that? That boss fight? I died so many times. Was it that boss fight this music's from? Screw you, Mayor Rogers. I will be screwing you big style very shortly. Big style. Right, celery. Quite appropriate music, very somber. Old people protest. Right. Now, every protest we've ever attended has been peaceful until today. Prado, see to it that it happens. Take the appropriate officers that are not afraid to get their hands dirty and get it done. Fitzsimmons. Elderly people have surrounded the trade union building with posters reading "The city robbed me." The protest is proceeding peacefully and without incident. Ah, is it? Oh. Sims, a diligent detective. Valdez! How could I be so careless? I didn't realise it was you. Sorry. Sorry. When the man tried to get away without paying, the taxi driver decided to teach the man a lesson. Grabbed him by the collar and pulled him out of the car and beat his ass. Is that a crime? Previously, yes, it would be a crime. Now, however, we're calling it rough justice. We ain't going to it. Beat him and teach him a lesson. We are going to promote people taking the law into their own hands here. Oh yes. Somebody commits a crime against you, it's no holds barred. Do what you must to teach those people a lesson. Right, suppress the protest by force. Of course. Old people can be very dangerous with their walking sticks. Put them down. SGT mojitos. I do like a good mojito. Welcome. Yeah, we're not going to that one. And we have a new investigation. An assault on the beach. A man attacked a mixed-race couple who were walking along the beach. We're a bit short of staff. So off you go. Let's have a wee look at our staffing issues here. Can we get more staff? Not really.
412A.
It was a crime. Did he kill him? No, he just beat him and taught him a lesson. Not a problem. Child abuse at the elementary school. Decorated veteran Andy Castro dragged his son out of his school and into the street and began to publicly punish him for secretly smoking. He beat the boy with his belt until he bled, knocked him to the ground, put his knee on the boy's chest and force-fed him a carton of cigarettes. The principal of the school has called it in. The PE teacher tried to intervene, but the man pulled out a gun and made it clear that he didn't need any help parenting. It's a bit harsh, you know what I mean? We were talking about on the Discord about disciplining children, you know, with force, and I'm sure even those of us that agreed that a little slap on the hand, you know, is sometimes warranted. You know, this is a bit OTT. So we're going to send in. We're not going to send it to in the heavies here. We'll just send in John and Petska. Yeah, just make the man see reason. You know, give him a hiding, yes, but not to the point where you're almost killing him, you know. I don't know what Mum has done to this liver, but it is bloody delicious. It's got like a hint of garlic to it. Get a garlic flavour. Well done, team, well done. Sorted him out. Definitely, yeah, just slightly over the top, yes.
In progress.
The cats were in the cellar and they got the cream. Reckless endangerment. A man is running down the street with a syringe, pricking everyone he passes, claiming to have infected them with AIDS. That is heinous. That really is bad. That is very bad. Right, let's kick his ass. Prado, take the city's finest and the city's most violent and give that man some rough justice. But for the heavens, do not get pricked yourself. No, that was the cats. The false call was the cats being kidnapped.
1010A in progress.
We locked up the guy that was over the top parenting.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Reckless endangerment, here we go. The man chased a girl into a telephone booth. She's holding the door closed, but the man has pushed his syringe-wielding arm into the booth. I'm gonna get you, he says. I'm gonna get you. Taser his ass.
415.
Very good, very good. I mean, look at that. With that attending There should have been no question. Should there? A bomb on the bridge! A bomb on the bridge. A man with a Spanish accent has just called in, threatening to blow up the bridge unless Threeburg Prison releases a group of freedom fighters he's calling his brothers. Sounds dangerous. Right. John, Song, Gorbachev, Fitzsimmons, the terrible twosome, and the SWAT team. Deal with this! The Sophocles Theatre of Drama, a massive fight. You have to cut off my head to put me in this ridiculous hat. A fight has broken out. You know what? You go. We're going to leave Petska and Jaxi. Two contrasting officers. One's about 18, one's about 80. What a combination. Young and old. Slow and bold. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is happening to my detectives? This pagan ritual is more trouble than it's worth. Jesus, they're dropping like flies. Bomb threat. Good job, team. And some explosives found. 3 new frames for the assault. Definitely not enough. Oh my god, look at that. That's, oh, he's ripping her hair and oh, violent as hell. City prosecutors have reason to believe that you seriously exceeded your judicial powers during today's protest. Oh. Oh man! Come on! We only beat a few elderly people up. What's wrong with you? This is a more serious situation than we thought. We need somebody 80 years old to help us out. Could you send him in, please? I'm sending the young kid as well. As if this guy is going to come and assist you any further than what you've already got. I mean, come on, seriously? It's the first time we've ever used violence at a protest. But I'm sticking by me guns. I told you we're kicking this town's ass now. I told you we ain't going back on it. It's all Purdy's fault, this. She's driven me to this madness.
311.
Yeah. The old man, Jaxie, made all the difference. He basically bored them all to death with his stories of years gone by. Threw them off their guard, he did. And that was it. Job was a good one. Right. Look at Officer Song. 40 assignments successful, no failures. 28 and none for Gorbachev. Prado's been here from the very beginning. I mean, Robin, sorry. Prado. Good old cautious Prado. Procrastinating Prado. Always calling up for backup Prado. He's only failed once in 44 though. So maybe his procrastination, his cautiousness is not without merit. Was the bane of Purdy's life. 47 and 2. Right, I thought somebody's new guy. Petska's an alcoholic. At your age, Sonny Jim. We'll team up with Jaxie a bit more often. Jaxie will talk him out of it. Back in my day, I'll tell you now, young one. Don't do it. I speak from experience. She has got alcohol problems as well. We'll have to team her up with Jaxie as well. So Jaxie's now, his role is to pass down his years of wisdom to these officers that are obviously straying off the path. So Petska and Fitzsimmons will be teamed up with Jaxie. The terrible twosome, Underwood 18 and 1, and Darnell 27 and 2. Officer True, who's just kind of a floaty person, doesn't seem to fit in. Bless him. He's like the odd officer in the corner that just, you know, doesn't really do anything. Goes out when he needs to go out, but he's not part of any clique. Shouldn't really be doing a jig, should I? While signing off the death papers. Another one dead, is there? Then another one bites the dust. Yeah, get him out, ship him out, boys. Let's have a bit of sadness, you know. It's not good. Day 160. The mayor should love us. We beat people up for him. Not for him, because we just want to do it. Because we want to teach this city a lesson. Energy vampires do exist. Vroom, 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 vroom. Okay. How do you feel about the elderly? Love them. Love the elderly, me. Love them. I mean, I'm not exactly a spring chicken myself. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, is this the prosecution? And I better be careful with my answers here. Is this the prosecution? For a second there, I thought we were talking to the press. This could be a serious interview. All right, it's the prosecution. Oh, Jesus, right, okay. Hope we've got our best clothes on for this. Okay, so you yourself are about to begin your retirement. Perhaps as a result, you have mixed feelings about retirees? No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not retiring anytime soon. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm clinging on to the bitter end. Why did you send the police to the elderly protest? To prevent any disturbances, of course. Police matter? Yes? Didn't want any riots breaking out now, did we? Do you really think that those elderly people posed some sort of threat? Look, love. Anything is possible. Never underestimate anybody. I've seen elderly people that are dangerous. There's many of them been in my cells. Just because you turn a certain age doesn't mean you can't be a threat. Mr. Boyd, did you give the order to suppress the protest by force? No, it was all the mayor's fault. All the mayor's fault. Oh dear. That's going to have some consequences. Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdown. Mayor Rogers, I will bring order to the police station. Elderly protest dispersed. Municipality responsible. Oh dear, City Hall aren't too happy. You know what? City Hall can kiss my backside. Don't need your services anymore. You know what I mean? We're taking matters into our own hands. Right, we're back on the B shift again. Or the A shift, rather. No, you can't go home. You've got 2 bars. Oh, come on, Gorbachev. I know you like a vodka too, but come on. Not on a work day. You're one of our good workers. I can't hardly walk straight. No, you can't go home, Yancy. Right. Oh. Deary me, deary. What am I dealing with here? What am I doing? I need some detectives that are dropping like flies. Like flies. Right, back to the music. Rather ominous music to start the day on. Someone's gonna go down. Please be advised that we are unhappy with the efficiency of the Freeburg PD. We're cutting the department's budget. We're cutting our budget. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Bring it on, Mr. Mayor. Bring it on, because you've ruffled my feathers one too many times. I will get the better of him, I'm telling you. I will get the better. I've got empty slots galore. It matters not. I care not. Anderson, you're a good detective. I don't know what happened to you, but rest assured that pagan scum will suffer. We'll catch him, and we'll bring him to justice with ultimate force. Oh, thank you for my candy store. My candy store dividends. Thank you so much. Always nice to bring a smile to your face after you've been to a funeral. Some candy store money. Always helps to smooth things over. Apparently a controversial artist by the name of Drew Bogdanovich is now staggering down the street drunk and naked and carrying a revolver. Yeah, we might want to just deal with this in a discreet manner. And I saw Mr. Boyd. I own a garage here in town. I'd rather not mention the name. The situation is this. One of my clients badly needs a very large amount of high-octane motor fuel. But this gentleman is wanted by the law. And you can't just fill up a whole tanker at the local gas station, now can you? I know the police fleet uses the right kind of fuel. I'd like to exchange your supply for an alternative we can give you. It's fine to run the cars on, you won't have any problems, and you won't even notice the difference. And, of course, I shall pay you. Do you agree? No, we don't agree. My fuel is just fine, thank you. Just fine as it is. Okay, so the manager gave one of the labourers a hard time for being late. The man became furious, grabbed a captive bolt pistol and started chasing the manager around the slaughterhouse. Yeah, they've got it under control. Good old John, Petzker and Fitzsimmons. Get it sorted. Right, city centre, reckless endangerment. We need to sort this out with a bit of tact. Can't have famous, controversial artists staggering around naked. I don't think we're going to need a SWAT team though. Seems a bit overkill. But it might allow us to use less officers. So, if we just take the head honchos, and we'll bring the old man. Well, no, Yeah, go on then. I don't know what he's going to do, like. Experience. Oh, sorry, we're supposed to be teaming him up with the alcoholics. Petska and Fitzsimmons, won't we? We'll get it to it very shortly.
415.
Bloody hell, that was quick. Jesus. Good job. Dealt with very swiftly. He was whisked away. Press didn't get hold of it. It was all done very, very good. Very good. Far too efficient. City Hall. Nah, I'm not gonna ask them for nothing. I'm not gonna ask them for note. Woo, we got new officers. Who we got? Benny Cross. Look at him. He looks like he could solve a crime or two. Oh yes. Good old Ironside here. Right. Not sure. Let's have a look at personnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shift A. There he goes. And Jackie Kemp. And Robert Trebor. Hey, it's me! Look at that! It's not bad looking like. Get a bit more professionalism. Oh, come on now. Oh, we can't even send him on a course because we've got no deputy to get his professionalism up. One foot in the grave. Oh man, if we could get his professional, I might hire this guy. Anyway, Jackie Kemp and Robert Trebor. Just kind of split them over, I suppose. One on A, one on B. Cop slot's full.
412.
Sort of an offensive weapon. Sorted. I don't believe it.
412A in progress.
Literally drowning in poo. Ah.
212 in progress.
Beat Busters Dance Studio. A group of slender girls were giggling as they watched a fat middle-aged lady performing pirouettes. She broke down and attacked the foolish girls. The dance studio owner sounded terrified on the phone. I'm afraid she'll break... Purdy, no. No, Purdy, she hasn't, has she? And they were telling us that she'd turn to boxing. Right, terrible twosome. Let's see how they get on with an oversized pole dancer. Where is Purdy? Where is Percy when you need him? Too many baseball bats have come into the arcade room and smashed the machines. Gambling is Satan's game, roared the men. And the cashier thought he saw a revolver in one of their belts. Right, well, let's, yeah. Let's, Robbins, Yancey, and Song. We'll have to tag Song along with with these two for now until his partner Gorbachev comes back.
113A in progress.
This was another. Wasn't this another
11 in progress.
Gwent track?
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
This situation is more serious than we thought, boss. It's Purdy. It's Purdy, man. Send reinforcements. Send reinforcements. She's here. Oh my God. Bredo, if this is Purdy, you better... John, we need all the stripes. We need all the stripes here. Purdy is... She's moonlighting. Boxing on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, on a Friday night, hellfire. She swings on those poles. Get down there and sort her out. carjacking. Of course it was a false call. I knew that all along. Could smell them.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant hot spot.
You've got a SWAT team and 3 cops. Hang fire! I'll send Jaxie in. No, I won't. We'll send True. We'll send True. Because Jaxie needs to team up with the other 2. Ugh. An elderly male couple are complaining about their kids in the neighbourhood. It's the 4th time this month they've written the word faggots on our garage. We know it's only kids, but how many more times do we have to paint it over? Perfect job for Jaxie, this. Perfect job. Kids doing graffiti, right up his alley. He'll tell them off for 3 hours. They'll never do it again. No, please spare us. Like, oh my God, please, no. This is worse than being beaten. Just hit me. Just stop talking at me, please. And Petska, you're going with him so that he can also lecture you about alcoholism. Come here, come with me. I'll sort the world's problems out. Now, young man, let me tell you about a time when I drank one too many whiskies.
412A.
Right. Well, the offender was caught. It wasn't Purdy. They thought it was quite a lucky likey, and they panicked. You see, they panicked. But it wasn't her, thankfully. She wouldn't demean herself swinging on poles, even a laugh. Yeah, I can get used to these shorter days, thinks the chief. Rolling at 11. Not a problem. Finish at 3 in the morning still, though.
11 in progress.
Destruction of property. True, made all the difference, naturally. But the vandalism, indeed, the offender was caught, was sat down in front of his parents and was given a royal roasting for a good hour, as was his parents. You know, what you need to do with these young whippersnappers is you need to show them discipline. Back in my day, I was not adverse to being slapped across the legs with a belt. Just letting you know, you should make sure that these children are properly disciplined. Would they be so, this would not be a problem, and I would not be sat here now giving you a pointy finger lecture. Now, would you care to go to the kitchen and pour me an Earl Grey, because I've only just started. Petska's like, oh my God, please, get me out of this house. Ring ring. A local high school is enjoying a recent crime spree. Someone needs to go down there and give a talk about drugs and the dangerous hard life to the... Oh, we've got just the man for the job, but he's busy. He's busy already giving a lecture about something else, about graffiti and alcoholism. He would have been perfect. So, unfortunately, we can't send him. But what we'll do is we'll send the 2 most inappropriate people to give a lecture about anything, which will be Underwood and Darnell. Yeah. Kids, the hard, dangerous life as a criminal can pay well if you're good enough. And if you do the right kind of drugs, it can enhance your performance. But we didn't tell you that. No, no. See us after school and we'll give you a card. Drug sales. Out the back of a police car. In the park, apparently. Witnesses complain of a suspicious man in a hoodie who regularly hangs out in the park. He appears at night, always at the same place, and sells drugs to passers-by. Look at this. Look at the weather. It's turning, man. It's turning. This could be a false call, but we're not sure. John and Farl. Go and have a look. Go check it out. Ooh. An assault with something. Right, so they're walking along. Man comes behind them, and it's him it's fallen. She's not assaulted, is she? Oh, she is assaulted. Hits him, hits her, pulls up, maybe runs away. Oh, is that him escaping? That's him escaping, isn't it? This is another Gwent track. Yeah, there's another Gwen track. Right, come on, let's get this guy. Let's get him wrapped up like Christmas. Robbins, Yancey, and the SWAT team. Hope to track him down at the beach, perhaps. Oh my god, the more I hear this soundtrack, the more I'm itching actually to boot up The Witcher once again. God, what a game. My favourite game. Rather interestingly, I was at work on, was it Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Thursday. And I was on Twitter on my phone, doing a bit of downtime, which is quite a lot of at the minute. And on Twitter there was I can't remember which, was it one of the gaming sites that I'm signed up, that I'm following, whatever you call it on Twitter, was doing a hashtag top 11 games. And people were picking their top 11 games of all time. And I actually managed to whittle it down to 11. I actually managed to pick 11 games. And then I came home and I thought about it again yesterday, and I thought, you know what, I might actually have missed a couple hours. It's quite a tough one. Quite a tough one. It really is. To pick, like, even just, yeah. So imagine picking like 5. Aha! Well done. Well done. Well done indeed. Right. So I'll give you a sample of some of the games on my list. It should not be a shock to you guys, but as I say, I can't remember all 11 off the top of my head. I haven't written it down as well, so you'll have to bear with me. But I'll just give you a sample of some of them. Some of them will be quite obvious. Witcher 3, obviously. Probably my favourite game of all time. I mean, the music. The vistas were glorious. The music, the characters. Oh, the Gwent. Oh, yeah. Just so damn good. So damn good. Mass Effect was another one on there. The first one. I'm the kind of person that I think there was only like 2 of the 11 were sequels. I'm one of these people that the first of a series that sort of hits you the most. For me personally, the second and the third in the series might improve the gameplay, might improve certain bits, but for me, it's the first of a series that grabs you because it's the first time you're playing it. So, like for Mass Effect, for me, that was the first of the series. The second one technically probably was the better of the 2 games. The third one was a good game but a bad ending. The second one was a better game, but because of the fact that Mass Effect was the first, that has the best memory for me. I got the strongest feelings about that. Dragon Age Origins, definitely yes. That's definitely one of the top 11 of mine. I've not gone for Skyrim, but I've gone instead for Oblivion, because that was my very first open world RPG. And again, with it being a first, strong connection with it, you know? Stepping out of the prison for the first time and seeing this sprawling world open out, and it's like, wow, where do I go? What do I do? So that was really, really an amazing experience for me, and to this day I can remember getting Oblivion because I went to Purdy to do something with my mum, and I came home and bought it from the Asda in Purdy, and then came home and played it for the first time. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I remember just being sat playing this game until about like 4 in the morning. So good, so good. Indian Festival of Colours in the suburbs. Passenger aircraft suffers engine failure. So there's what I was saying. So Dragon Age, Fallout 3. So we've got Fallout 3, we've got Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect, we've got Witcher 3, that's 4. Where's the other 7? Other 7? Tons more. Oh yeah, Oblivion, 5. PGR 3, Project Gotham Racing 3. And you're like, what? What? And that's because it was the very first online. I mean, I love racing games. I don't play enough of them, but I do love a good racing game. And it was the very first online game that I ever played. 2006. No, sorry, January 2007. It was a month before I joined the police. And I went to my friend's house after Christmas and played on his Xbox 360 for the first time. And he said, "Oh, you try this game online, racing against other people." And I was like, it was like an alien concept to me. Like, what? I'm racing against other people who could be anywhere in the country or in the world. Oh. And I sat and I played at his house. I literally took over his Xbox for about 3 hours and said, "Sorry, pal, I'm playing." And then the day after, I went straight out to town and bought an Xbox 360, and I got PGR 3 with it, and I played that game for hundreds of hours. Only online. I never played the single player. I only ever played online. And played and played and played. And to this day, the league system of that game was great, because you have like a tiered system, so that you'd go up the tiers, the better you were. And you ended up racing against the same people, so you got to know them. So you built up a few friendships, and playing that game, I ended up meeting some online friends, and we played Xbox 360 online, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six Vegas, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, for about 3 or 4 years, and we all met on PGR 3. So that game for me has a lot of strong connection. Right. Officer Gillette, the best a man can get. Anybody else? Metal Gear Solid 4. No, Metal Gear Solid, sorry, yes. That's also on my list. I don't know to give this other strike to. We'll hang fire. We'll wait for people to show their hand, play their hand. Oh! Bob Farber turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Snow Warriors. To help us take down the gang. Right, well, that's good.
More testing in progress.
I didn't like Fallout. Oh, Moser, man! Moser! He was a good lad, was Moser. Massacre at the high school already?
Progress.
You mean Massacre at the high school? You mean? Did I like Fallout 4? I wouldn't say I liked it. I wouldn't say I disliked it. I'd say I was very indifferent to it. It didn't hold my attention for long enough for me to complete my playthrough. And I think that was purely because it was just more of the same. You know, it wasn't different enough. It wasn't revolutionary enough. I didn't care for the settlement management side of things. You didn't have to do that anyway, I suppose, but it felt like more of the same stuff. And I'd done it on Fallout 3, I'd done it in Fallout New Vegas, and to 50 episodes in, I just couldn't carry on with it. Well, I do admit, I mean, I still haven't finished it, but the survival mode that they brought out later, the proper survival mode with the making things easier to kill, but then you're easier to kill. You could limit the amount of ammunition and stuff that you could find, hunger, sleeping, all that stuff that they added in, made it quite a different game. And I booted it up and I installed some mods, some immersion mods, and you know, I was determined I'm going to play this game in this survival mode, and I probably played it for about another 20 hours or so in this sort of different style, much more careful, sneaky, you know, with all the additional features. And again, just give up the ghost with it. Just give up the ghost. So I think I'm going to have to hold my hands up and say I'm probably never going to finish that game. But I am trying to at least watch a playthrough to a finish so I can see how it ends, because I want to kind of see how it ends, really. I mean, I could just read it, but I just want to see it. So I'm watching a playthrough at the moment that's quite good, and I'll hopefully get to the end of the story eventually with it. But anyway, apparently we've got a massacre in the school here. Man with a raincoat and a mask entered the school, unsheathed a sword, and started killing anyone who got in his way. That's kind of bad. So this is going to require some big guns. Gibson. And it's going to require Gillette. Oh yeah, now's the time. Now's the time for Gillette to step up to the game. Let's see how he handles a serious situation. Spain. Good old Asano as well. Cook is always paired up with Gibson, so he's coming. That should be plenty. Yeah, Spain decides to come to work finally. Thank you, Spain, thank you. Your presence is noted. Everyday Store is doing one of their Bring Your Own Cup promotions. These typically end in brawls, so you need to send extra police for security. No, we don't. No, we don't. Sorry, City Hall. I'm a bit busy. Bit busy. Sorry about that. Sorry. What is my favourite LP that I have done? Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a very tough one. Mr. Norris reported an explosion on the street. That's definitely not. That's definitely a false call. Anything to do with terrorism and an old person reporting it is definitely a false call. Power drill on roof. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right. What's happened to this pagan ritual? Can we get this case cracked before any more of my officers die investigating this crock? Get out there and find whoever it is that needs to be found. I want this case closed. Oh, look at that. Once again, Gibbo again. Gibbons. She attends the job, and she just doesn't need to request any assistance. She just doesn't need to bother us with any sort of, you know, any help. And when partnered up with Gillette, well, in fact, they could well be partners in crime, to be honest with you. Although she may not approve quite of his methods, but a bit of a power struggle could develop between these two here. Bomb threat at Atticus Tower. Oh dear. That sounds like a proper job. It does. Mind you, the quicker we get to it, the quicker we can get back. So let's SWAT team. Oh, wait for the SWAT team to return. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Way! Flipping out, it's close. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. It's right, we've got a competent SWAT team here, so we're going to send some of our newbies in. Trebor Soft Mints. We're going to go with the 3 O's: Obi, Ozaki, and Oshiro. And we need a leader to lead the charge. The Sano. Get them told how it's done. Disorderly conduct at the cathedral. A young widow interrupted church services with some scandalous remarks. Where was your God when my husband was stabbed in the doorway of our home for a couple of bucks? Where was he then? The priest has called the police and asked the woman to be taken away. Okay, deal with this with a bit of tact. She's obviously grieving. I mean, even I have my limits. I know we're supposed to be, you know, kicking ass and all that, but come on. Poor woman's lost her husband, for God's sake. So, we'll send Anderson and McCoy in. And it's been a few weeks, it's been at least a week now since Purdy's left. Perhaps the chief is just slightly beginning to mellow a touch. I'm still thinking about my favourite LP, and it's tough. It really is tough.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Hang fire, hang fire. You need assistance, you say, in a bomb threat? Who shall we send in? We'll send Spain in. Yeah, Spain, get your ass over there. You've been missing in action for so many bloody days. Get yourself over there. Get some work done.
911 in progress. 410 in progress.
Hang fire, hang fire. The woman was escorted out of the church in an orderly fashion, thankfully.
911 in progress.
Jesus. Woman's run out of a fur store wearing a luxurious fur coat. Oh dear. Scanlon and Austin. A job for you two.
417 in progress.
Do you want to just calm yourself down, crime? Okay, that's a false call. And a werewolf in the cemetery. Another hit, another bloody thief. Tried on some expensive shoes and then ran. All she left behind was some smelly sneakers. Hurry, the little bitch couldn't have gotten far in those heels. Well, whenever a job requires an expert in the shoe department, it can only be Gibson, right? Gibson and Cook. Do you sell flip-flops? Marvellous. I'll just pop by for a couple first. Got Gillette manning the station on his own. An elderly music teacher complains that she's been getting threatening phone calls at night. Prank calls? Are we still not able to send one man to a job anymore? Yeah, no. Right, okay. It's Gibson. Officer Gibson. This Gibbons nonsense is just not working. It's not working for me. I've renamed her. Gibbons is a nickname. I don't like the nickname that she's been given. We call her by her proper name is Gibson. Right. Threatening phone calls. McCoy, Anderson. It's probably a false call. It could well be a false call, but we can spare the staff. It was not a werewolf. It was just a stray dog. Scanlon keeps up his 100% record.
911.
And old Gibson, look at her, she's off again. Flip-flops at the ready, dual-wielding. Whoosh! Took that woman off balance. There's no way she was going to sustain a flip-flop blow to the side of the head in heels. Oh no. Unfortunately, the heels broke as she fell. So she's going to have to pay for it out of her pocket money. Well, apparently there was something going on. Well done. They managed to track down the false caller. Oh, how can we solve this bloody crime, please? This has been... We need to solve this, and we need to kick whoever's the suspect. We need to kick them in the nuts, because they have... Detectives have died on this case. Detectives have died. I mean, how many more flippings... How many more do we need? Seriously. How many more do we need? We've only got 2 more. What? Is that Batman? Are you kidding me? I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Nice to see a full team, isn't it? Look at that. Full team of fine officers. Fine officers indeed. Some of which are a bit tired. It's Christmas Eve, folks. It's December the 24th. City Hall are very pleased with us. Performance art at Candy Factory. Artist defecated into vat of chocolate. That is not the candy factory that I got shares in, is it? Otherwise, this artist will feel my full force. No. My son's in a car accident. He's fighting for his life. Oh, he's on life support. I just can't come into work today. I just cannot do it. Can I have the day off, please? He's dying. No. You can't. Get in here now. But he's dying. I don't care. It's your first day on the job. We just hired you, and I think you're lying. We didn't forget to ask for upgrades. We refuse to ask the City Hall for any further upgrades. There is a difference. I will not go cap in hand to that stinking mayor ever again. Okay, so another protest is happening. I wonder if we can continue to beat people and blame it on the mayor. Or is it a bit risky? The City Treasury can no longer afford expensive prosthetics. Disabled veterans who were not going to be receiving artificial limbs somehow learned of this and have joined with a local journalist to arrange a whole live news show. Whining on TV isn't going to grow anyone new legs. We need to teach people they'll get no special treatment just because they're disabled. If you need to grab someone's crutches and put their nose in the asphalt, then so be it. Even despite the pooey chocolate, we get a bit of a dividend. What's this? What's this black? What is this black? Veterans protest. Well, we get the terrible twins are perfect candidates to beat old people for a start. Old Carol Kemp, she's not called Carol, is she? But old Kempy, son's on life support. She's not happy having to come to work, so she's ticked off. So she'll happily beat a few old people. And who else could we finish off the job? Who could finish off the job? Gorbachev. He don't care. He'll happily beat a few too. Without his partner in crime, no less. He'll be back, don't worry, Song. Don't worry, he's coming back. Christmas tree. What? Oh, look, a big Christmas tree. A man in a Santa Claus suit who was supposed to be part of the evening show drank a lot of alcohol and ran straight into the midst of the festivities and then climbed up on the giant tree and began to swing. Oh, hell. Seriously? Oh, Jaxie? You can talk a man down from a tree, can't you? You can probably talk him to sleep and he'll fall off the tree due to being, lectured. But if you take Petska with you as well, There we go. Yes, come, Petska. I'll tell you about the time that I swung from a tree in the war to save my life. I had to hide, camouflage myself. I did. Public indecency in the park. A couple have climbed into the public fountain and ripped each other's clothes off, having sex right there. The nerve. Truth and foul. It's a bit low professionalism, but hey ho. It's 2 people having sex in a fountain. It's not that taxing, surely. And a hostage situation at the veterinary clinic. Oh, that's quite a bad one. We've got no SWAT, we've got no nothing. We've only got like a handful of officers. With a fatal casualty. Animal rights activists. Hell, that's a tough one. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that is bad. That is very bad. But we have our finest officers available. Call for backup if you need it. Right, we're... You see, it pains me. These decisions pain me. But I did say at the start of the session, we are going to run roughshod over the town. And as much as it's a horrific thing, but apparently the chief has something against elderly people. I don't know what it is. You can't announce at the start of the stream, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to kick everybody's ass, I'm going to beat him with a stick, I'm going to really, really punish people. He fell off the tree and died. What happened was, we got there, and as suspected, Jackson went into the full monologue about trying to talk the man down, and indeed, the man was like, oh my god, please just end it all, I can end it myself, and he jumped to his death. Because he was sick of listening to Jaxie. We'll have to reassess the situation when we send him to jobs. Yeah, we can't announce that we're going to do this and then just suddenly have a conscience. You know what I mean? So no, beat them with sticks. Beat those elderly people down with their own legs, with their own fake legs, with crutches, the whole lot. At least they sorted the sex pests out. You know. Hostages situation with a fatal... This is with no SWAT team, no paddy wagon, but it is our finest officers, including good old cautious Prado at the head of affairs. The hostages are on their knees, prepared for death. But the criminals can't argue about who's going to kill them. Ah, you kill him. No, you kill him. No, you bloody put them... I don't want to do it. I'm just the one that's tied them up here. You just told me to tie them up and gag them. Nobody mentioned about me pulling a trigger. Meanwhile, we prepare for an assault. The suspect with a tattoo on his forehead is trying to open fire on the hostages, but the safety in his gun... bloody... You kill him. Okay, I'll bloody kill him, you bunch of wussies, you bloody... The flipping thing's not bloody working. What the hell is this? Come on! Come on! Come on! And all of a sudden, stun grenades are thrown in, and all hell breaks loose, and it's over in a flash, literally. Stormed, proper style, without the SWAT team. There's no SWAT team there, people. This is just 6 cops that have seen a few things in their time, that are taking up the chief's mantra of no mercy. They came loaded with stun grenades, batons, tears. They came with everything, and whoosh, stormed it. 6 of them, like an SAS team, SAS hostage rescue situation. Missing person. A 5-year-old girl has gone missing during a family barbecue. A family barbecue in the snow. I mean, they deserve... No, it's probably harsh to say they deserve to have something go wrong when they have a barbecue in the snow. But I mean, come on. Come on. Mission from Mr. Boyd. A black sheep has crept into my parish. For the 2nd Sunday in a row, this villain dips his unclean fingers into the donations bowl filled with the generous offerings of our members. My people weren't able to catch the thief in time, so I'm asking for your help. Send to our church your most devout employees, that they may guard the sacred chalice of the Lord like eagles. And when those eagles sink their claws into the wicked, bring him unto me, for I wish to teach the thief a lesson on the ways of the old. It's actually a crime, to be fair. We don't do many missions from God, but this is a crime. As much as it pains us, it is a crime. Missing child does kind of need attention. A massive fight, though, as well. I mean, we can't do both. Oh my god, during the Christmas marathon, a Santa Claus fight broke out, involving a stabbing and about 4 dozen men in Santa suits. Really? Right. Let's look for this little girl. Right. We're the wrong people to send looking for a little girl, and even the old man. There's no stripes here, that's half the problem. Yeah, could do with a bit of work. The underlings. Right, massive fight requires massive officers. The creme de la creme of Freeburg are coming out tonight to kick some ass. Prado, Robbins, Yancey, Song and Gorbachev back together. They can't sort a fight out, nobody can, trust me. Trust me. Armed robbery. We've got a bit of a problem here. Eight armed men dressed as superheroes burst into the bank and demanded their bags be filled with cash. That was my phone. Things have gone down. 2 guys killed, a civilian wounded, and we have an invitation only party will be held at City Hall. I don't care about your little soirees. Couldn't care less about your parking issues. I ain't helping you out, Mr. Mayor. Get it through your thick head.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant, hot spot.
Massive fight. I mean, if I said these, I mean, we're still relatively understaffed for this. We're six short, but we're not going to back down. We've got the finest officers. Oh, hide and seek. Hide and seek. Are you kidding me? Half my staff went onto that job. I hope you absolutely give her a roasting. Dead. Lots of people dead. You know, because of your stupidity, love, because of your stupidity, people died in an armed robbery that we couldn't attend because we were too busy messing around here. Good. Mission from God. Nah. Sorry, I can't bring myself to help you. Can't do it. Cannot bring myself to help you. Right, we've got the retiree reporting that a Viking riding a unicorn is trampling the lilies in her flower beds. Well, okay, love, yeah, whatever. Yeah. We got another one on the line here. Vikings have landed. Yeah, we'll be right over, love. We'll be right over. Vikings. She's obviously too much medicine. Yeah, too much medicine, love. Yeah, medicine. We get you. Vanessa Gant was returning from a party and heard woman's screams. Okay, tearing a woman's clothes off. 2 men. Oh, this would be a job that Purdy would have been in an element going to. She would have been in an element going to this kind of job. Man, it annoys the hell out of me. It's not her shift anyway, I don't think, but still, these kind of jobs, she would just be in an element. 2 men trying to rape a woman. She'd have rolled in there and knocked both their blocks off. Instead, we've got to put it with Robbins and Yancey. I mean, they're good. They're good. But they're not Purdy. going to question me on Christmas Day? I don't think so, pal. I got turkey to eat and stuff. Up yours. No, if you don't come, you're going to lose your job. Fine. Okay. Can I bring my turkey sandwiches with me? Tender court. Good stuff. Good stuff. I hope you give them some rough justice. Right, well, better attend the meeting. Ooh. In fact, before the meeting.
He's here.
Well, what are you waiting for? Jack, do you know how I managed to stay mayor for so long?
Oh, yeah, I know. Is that what you wanted to talk about?
No, Jack, it's not that. I've stayed in my position because at the very beginning of my career, I learned an important rule. If someone, anyone, friend or enemy, if they want something bad enough, you can hook them with it.
I know just what you mean.
What does Jack Boyd want? A good pension? Doubtful. $500,000. I think that whole nonsense is a myth. The others might think that you just want a paltry sum of money and you'll walk away. I think, no, I'm sure of it. You want what you've always wanted. To remain the chief of police. And only I can give that to you. You are to lead a special operation against Chaffee. I want your team to come down like a hammer on his stinking restaurant. I want you to personally be there and stand in front of the cameras. And I want this fairy shot during his arrest. 12 bullets at least. I want to see his mutilated body all over the airwaves. I expect a perfectly planned operation. And if you keep me happy, you'll keep your job for another 1.5 years.
You won well, Mr. Mayor.
I think we have an agreement, huh?
Not 1.5 years, Mr. Rogers. For the rest of my life.
You think you can dictate terms, Jack?
Yeah. Because if someone wants something bad enough, you can hook them with it. I think we have an agreement.
What to do, what to do. I almost feel like, I mean, I want to pick the other guy, but I almost feel like he'd pick the current mayor. Are we supposed to be going to the, did we skip the, we were busy at the mayor's office, sorry people, we couldn't attend your little meet. Oh, damn, there's no escape. What are your thoughts on disabled veterans? Oh, they have my deepest respect. Of course they do. Sacrifice their health protecting our country. Why did you send police to the... This is a very... I have to repeat myself every time I come here, love. I've had this before, you know, remember? People's lives are at stake. Yeah? It's my job to deal with protests. Yeah, obviously. Do you think disabled people... Who knows, love? As I said about the regular old people, disabled people in general are not exempt from being a threat to the public. Just because they've got a leg missing doesn't mean they can't shoot somebody in the face, does it? Oh, I didn't mean to press that, but anyway, yes, a gun was confiscated as well. So there. Do you support the city's decision to stop purchasing artificial limbs? It's none of my business, to be honest with you. None of my business. So I can't comment without all the facts. Did you give the order to suppress that protest by force? No, I didn't. The mayor did. The mayor wanted it doing. Which is kind of counterintuitive, really, if we're going to side with him, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it. We're not going to choose him either. No. In fact, we're going to... Jack is going to retire.
Armed men on the floor. Mr. Boyd, there's a lot of them.
I didn't catch that. Say again?
Excuse me, Mr. Boyd. It seems I accidentally frightened your secretary. Ah, they published these stories in a book? My grandfather read me these stories from the old newspapers whenever I was ill. As a child, I was often ill, several times a year. And you know what, Mr. Boyd? You're no Bobby Flash.
I'm aware of that.
No. I mean it as a compliment. You want to clean up all the crime in Freeburg, right?
Or so I dreamed, once upon a time.
Do you know why you failed, Mr. Boyd? Do you know why Bobby Flash always wins? Because when you're surrounded by cartoon criminals, the only way to win is to become a cartoon cop. You're no cartoon, Mr. Boyd. You suffer too much. You have too many doubts, too much fear, too much internal conflict. Maybe that's why the people of this city forgive all your mistakes. Because you seem like a real human being. If Bobby Flash made a mistake, we'd never forgive him. From Bobby Flash, we want cold, calculated perfection. And this is why I've decided that I don't mind if you keep your job.
Really?
What, have you abandoned your insane plan to storm the city hall?
You think it insane? To solve all my problems in a single stroke? Assuming, of course, that we're properly prepared.
Let's say we do burn City Hall to the ground and kill Rogers. What next? You simply walk into the smoke-filled room and take a seat in his smoldering chair?
No, Mr. Boyd. I've been preparing for a year for what happens next. I'll give the prosecutor's office an impressive folder with compromising evidence against Rogers. Information about how he suppressed his political adversaries, finally lost his mind, and plotted to rain blood on the streets of Freeburg. Of course, Troy Starr, faithful City Hall employee that he is, will easily confirm all this. At the same time, my dear Jordan will finally decide to break her silence and tell everyone how that fool Rogers threatened her, forced her to kill all the victims of his sexual violence to ensure their unpleasant stories would never come to light. Of course, everyone will understand that we didn't have time for formal complaints. The night before Mayor Rogers' private security detail would plunge the city into chaos, our valiant police chief Jack Boyd made the difficult decision to arrest the mayor of Freeburg. Unfortunately, Rogers descended into delusion and engaged in a shootout with the police, which ended in his death. We'll have to call an early election to replace the mayor, and of course, it won't be too difficult to win the election fairly.
Very good planning, that, sir.
And then?
You know, Mr. Boyd, most of the facts that I collected in Rogers' file are quite true. Anyone who reads through the mountain of evidence would have no doubt that this man was the most vile person in the world. Murderer, a rapist, thief, racist, sexist. Are you a sexist, Mr. Boyd?
I'm sorry?
Are you a sexist, Mr. Boyd? or perhaps racist.
I try not to be.
That's it. I as well. Although I have long been known under a revolutionary pseudonym, I myself am no revolutionary. I believe in evolution. I am convinced that a city which offers such broad support for racist gangs, a city where people cheer as feminist protests are suppressed, a city which for decades has tolerated corrupt officials, I say this city has no interest in a mayor who unconditionally stands for freedom, equality, and the rule of law. Not yet. But perhaps they are ready for a mayor who tries to stand for freedom, equality, and the rule of law. At least when the situation allows it. That's why you're so popular, Mr. Boyd. The city is ready for people like you and me. For people who are ready to make compromises. I'm counting on you, Mr. Boyd.
And, when will they be ready?
I beg your pardon?
You said that the city isn't ready for a mayor who stands for freedom, equality, and the rule of law. When will they be ready? Who decides when they're ready?
I'll decide.
Happy Christmas. Oh. Well, whilst chilling out with a glass of whiskey with your headphones on and Christmas tree in the room, in your office on Christmas evening, wife's left you. The police chief starts to mull things over in his mind and he's got to make a decision, doesn't he? Who to support? Having a glass of rum would be right in the mood there, you know, immersive, wouldn't it? Sipping on a glass of rum would be very nice right now. No alcohol for me for the moment. Well, I just can't see how he can pick Rogers, really. I really don't. Can't stand the man. And, you know, all those people that were raped and this whole dentist stuff, and Rogers had some kind of issue there. He has let us be chief, but I don't really... Does he still want to be chief, or does he just use that as a kind of leveraging tool against the current... I think we'd be fine in retirement, if push comes to shove. Yeah. Rogers has ticked us off far too often. Far too... And he's a slimy, horrible man. And we've dropped him in it twice at the prosecutor's office. So, we've kind of set our stall out right there, didn't we? Yeah. I think it's time for a change around here. Oh dear. Mayor Rogers spits on war heroes. Spit on you, spit on you. City Hall not happy. Who gives a flying crap? We're off. The die is cast. When does this game end? I'm sure it was like end of the year, right? We're already at 27th of December here. Does this game end at like the 1st of January? I forgot what the time limit was. Oh, Victor Meldrew's not coming to work. The hell? Oh, where's my B team? They keep giving me the A team because we keep having bloody interruptions. I want to promote my last guy before we finish. Right. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well, the general plan is, once this is finished, I'm replacing it with nothing. I'm going on holiday on the 7th of November for 2 weeks. So between now and then, I want to try and put at least try and finish at least Baldur's Gate. So I'm going to replace the streams that I do for this with Baldur's Gate streams. Because I don't actually think there's actually that much longer to go with Baldur's Gate, to be fair. Because I'm not doing Throne of Ball at the minute. I'm going to do that a bit later. So I want to try and finish that. And then if there's anything, and then if we finish that before I go on holiday, then we'll put a big dent into Stardew Valley. Because when I come back off my holiday, that's when I'll start some new stuff. So it would be nice to go on holiday and at least finish this and Baldur's Gate at the very least. Oh, we're gonna cut your budget. We're gonna cut your budget. If that's all you can do to us, Mr. Mayor, I'm shaking in my wee little booties. Apparently Tony Starr can't risk his cover. Over the next 2 weeks, you will be directed to certain people who may possess useful information. Useful, that is, for planning the assault on City Hall. Some of these people might not feel like talking, so you may need to send more than 1 or 2 detectives. Plus, some of them might get cold feet and decide not to share their information with us. Even try to flee the city. So don't delay. What? Okay, so detectives to loosen them up. But don't delay. Give me my money. Right, 12 positions are marked on the location where you'll need to place your available forces. Some of these points are poorly protected and are suitable for an assault, while others will stand up to a tank. To figure out which spots are weakest, interrogate people and gather information. You can send up to 3 fighters to each point based on what they're good at and the information you've been able to collect. We're setting up a bloody flipping assault here. What's going on? Oh, this could go horribly wrong. This could go horribly wrong. Hellfire. An experienced commander who coordinates operations usually heads a small group of fighters during an assault. Got a breacher. A water assaulter. A sniper. And an assaulter. What? So we need to get some information. Wow. Okay.
214 in progress.
Assault. Pond caretaker. Aaron Coleman. Oh, it requires detectives. Well, investigation work is dead. It's dead to me. And you know me, available officers. You only need to do these for we don't need to do this. There's no penalty to not doing this, is there? Do you know what? No. Off the case, people. Off the cases. We don't need to do any more casework here. More pressing issues are at hand. We shall remove you all. Right. So what's this? Assault pond caretaker. Beasley? Crack on, son. And a stump. Aaron Jensen. Unemployed. The former head of City Hall Security. Yeah, go nab him. Need as many people as we can. Go out and get those
911 in
people.
progress.
Right, let's get to do some. Oh, one-man job. Public indecency. A naked, barefoot, long grey-haired woman has just run past this man's shop. Darnell, the new Percy. Somebody needs to teach some kids a lesson. Well, seeing as your partner in crime's gone, you might as well go and do a job on your own as well. Split you up. A theft in the donut shop. It's a homeless man. Go on, John. Huh? You gonna give us a raise? Oh, look at that! Pond caretaker. Recently, we tried to replace a rusted out sewer grate in the pond, a ways off from the boat station. We sent a young diver who panicked in the muddy water. He lost his tank and nearly drowned. I asked for a couple more experienced divers, but nobody showed. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Right, okay. Oh, okay. Is that useful? Not useful? Who knows?
210, 14 complete.
Naked woman caught. No, that's the disorderly conduct, isn't it? That's the kids turning over the trash cans. Naked woman caught. Let's hope he didn't plant a kiss on her lips.
911.
Right, so we've got. Let me get my bearings here. So, rusted out sewer grate in the pond. We tried to replace it. So that's still. So the sewer grate is rusted out. So that could be an issue, couldn't it? Pond caretaker. Oh no, sorry. What else we got? Aaron Jensen, unemployed, the former head of City Hall security, dismissed 18 months ago for failure to report to duty. The main entrance to City Hall is a real thoroughfare. A terrorist could walk through there like nothing. I kept telling them, give me an experienced military force, preferably with large caliber rifles, but nobody paid any attention. Main thoroughfare. Terrorists could walk through like nothing. So that'd be number 7, right? So you go in there with an assaulter, responsible for sweeping the premises and able to penetrate a building using non-standard entryways, including windows or the roof. Breacher. Heavy gear. Usually work alongside assaulters who provide cover. Snipers, water assaulters. It's all very complicated. Theft dealt with. Interesting.
1111 in progress.
So, crime in progress. Drug sales at the market. Ralph Ingle approached a girl to ask for directions. And she took him for a client who wanted to buy cocaine. Okay, bit of drug dealing. Righty-ho. Where's the old guy gone? Did we give him the day off today? We must have done. Don't tell me that somebody else has disappeared on us. Right. Get some of these less experienced recruits. Let's get them doing some work. Oh dear. So apparently a game of darts using knives went a bit wrong in the bar. Well, that's bound to happen, isn't it, you idiots? Right, let's take our finest fighters and Petska and see what happens. Petska, to learn a thing or two, Sonny Jim. Ooh. Kid selling guns in the high school. Really? Seems a bit far-fetched. False call, possibly? Suppose we can't risk it, we can't risk it. We can't have a kid selling guns in schools. Just in case it is real. We'll have to go. Well, they are not that experienced, you see. We should have mixed them up with some experienced people. They want us to provide... They want us to provide strippers. Where is Percy when you need him? He's a perfect strippergram. Numerous times he was mistook for being a strippergram. Hello, Tariq. Uh-oh. The knife is still stuck in the girl's side and the wound is bleeding. A menacing crowd are gathering, looking at the man who threw the knife. Pull the knife out of the girl's body and throw it at the man. Well, it shouldn't pull the knife out of the girl's body for a start. You know, that's not the thing to do. So you know, it's still hands on. It still sees the man. The man jumps up onto the bar and runs for the exit. We proceed then to use our nightstick to swipe his legs and watch him go crashing to the floor in a heap.
415.
Tried to run from me! Whoosh! Not in his... I'm not just in his legs, oh no. In the kneecap. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Right. Got just the officers for the job. We have no officers for this. These aren't marijuana plants, they're tomato plants. It's just an ordinary flower pot. Apparently, the illegal arms sales, the bathroom is empty, but one of the booths is closed. There's some clattering coming inside. We'll knock on the door to start with. The door of the booth swings open and out flies a guy wearing a backpack, 2 guns, shooting wildly into the wall. Shoot to kill! Damn right, shoot to kill. Little horror. Right, come on, come on. We've got things to do here. We've got things to do. Right, you two. We've got a little old lady that wants some strippergrams, yeah? Strippergrams, perfect for the job. And, let me see. Petska, call it a life experience. Get over there and whip your clothes off.
1110 in progress.
Smuggling at the railway. 3 women are travelling together to sell some stolen diamonds. The jewels are hidden up the ass of one of the women. Oh dear. Darnell is no longer available to pull them out. Right, let's get this job sorted. We can't have this happening. Let's take a competent team. We don't need any fighters really. Let's take some. You guys failed a mission, so you can go with the professionals to see how real work is done. Although removing diamonds from a lady's backside, could argue, is that real work? Well, fair play to him. Petska has, well, taken to it like a duck to water. He's gone off with the granny. Anything to escape, you know, what was he called? Jatska? No more stories, no more stories. First sign of trouble is off. And these two are drunk. Then we get 10 grand. No thanks, Mr. Mayor. Sorry, can't help you. Can't help you. A noise complaint in the residential area. So we've lost an officer. Do we have any more available? No. There we go, that's better. Ooh, jewellery found. This degenerate turned up his speakers to the max and started rapping. I'm right with you there, brother. That rapping, that hippity hop, rap nonsense. Can't stand it. His whole house is just shaking. Fool thinks he's some kind of gangster. Bought several guns. This is definitely a job for Song and Gorbachev. Rap music silenced. Pulled the plug, poured water on it, and the whole damn lot. Turn that crap off. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Shiro. Hey! There we go. We're gonna give it to Gillette. He just now has to surpass Gibbons. Or Gibson. We can't make our mind up. Right. Assault construction site. 4 detectives required. Not a problem. Formal complaint.
410A in progress.
Why? Because I won't give him a day off because the dog's died. Does that make me a bad person, does it? Boulder Dash. Boulder Dash, I say. I'm a perfect employer. Nothing wrong with my tactics. Right. Attempted murder. An ambulance brought in a man suffering from a gunshot wound to the stomach. The ambulance was followed by an SUV. 2 armed men exited wearing black suits. They're here to finish the job. Right. This requires swift action. We need to get Gillette to some jobs here so that he's a higher rank than Gibbons. So he'll take care of it. No problem. So who's his preferred partner? He seems to be getting on well with McCoy, so we'll send McCoy in there. Scanlan's never failed a job. They'll do it, they'll do it. Under the guidance of Gillette.
210 in progress.
Disorderly conduct in the park. A nun said that she and her wards from Sunday school came to tour Freiburg, but as they were pursuing their cultural activities, they came upon a shocking sight. There were 6 men and 2 women exposing themselves right there in the park, caressing each other, kissing, and other shameful acts. An elderly poor lady who was walking by fell down dead in shock. Is this real? Gibson's gonna check it out. This cannot be real, surely. But, just in case. Right, we have another piece of information. Engineer Adrian Bornescu. I served the state for many years, digging in the muck every time a pipe breaks. City Hall was always trying to save a buck, but they paid me while it lasted. Then some shady repair firm came in and swallowed up all the government contracts. I always suspected Mayor Rogers was getting a kickback, so I was out on the street, but I had all my old knowledge. Hell, I could start giving tours of the city's utility systems. For example, I bet no one but me knows if you go down a certain manhole, you can find a wobbly wall. Break through it, and you'll be right under City Hall, in the cellar, with the archived documents, which I never really even guarded. A certain manhole? Where would that be? Does it tell you what numbers they are? Does it not correspond? Drag and drop units. Click on each unit for more info. Museum. Courthouse. 11's a big building. Yeah, it looks like I can see that there, but that could be a manhole. Yeah, could be. So in there we need to put on probably put a breacher, right? Break through it. Maybe. Sweeping premises. What does the team leader do? Coordinates operations. Heads a small group during an assault. Combat missions underwater. Underwater? Sniping, of course. Providing cover fire and all that jazz. This is very tactical. Tactical indeed. Good stuff, good stuff. It was a real job. A mass orgy in the park.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
No, come on now. Come on now, Officer Gillette. Don't you start. You're supposed to be channeling that in. We give you 3 promotions, buddy. Get the job done.
Voice coordinate in progress.
Well, you can't pass the test. You can't pass the test, can you? You've got to test these people. You've got to test them. And if you can't pass the test, then you can't do it. You're just not good enough. Purdy will wipe the floor with those people, but no. Sometimes I suppose you've got to appreciate that not everybody is a one-person wrecking ball. But hey, Scanlan's still alive. Oh, the Terminator's gone. We had plenty of cops spare. That was me putting him to the test. And he failed. Get lost! Just lost an officer, you clown. Anyway, back to business. A ghetto imprisonment. 3 promotions wasted. Well, if you couldn't do it with 3 promotions, well, yes. Jesus. Sierra Bittner saw 2 of her neighbours and another 8 of their friends grab a man in a Santa Claus suit right in the corridor of her floor. They tied him up, dragged him into their apartment. Obviously, on some kind of drugs, these people. After that, I heard them singing Christmas songs and dancing around. Sounds like a scene out of bloody Reservoir Dogs. Right, let's get this sorted. We've lost 2 officers. Gibson ain't playing. She ain't playing. Spain, Asano. No, in fact, Spain and Austin. Come with me. Sort these maniacs out. Take murder. A woman covered in blood sitting on the pavement. I don't believe it. Why, game? Why? Why? Can the paint knocked over? Naturally. Massive fight in the suburb. Gypsy camp. Settled on the outskirts of the city. And the local skinheads are outraged. Uh-oh. Skinheads versus gypsies. Now that is recipe for disaster. A stone voice from behind the door asks, "Who's there?" Santa's helpers, open up now! The apartment falls into turmoil and some of the suspects begin to climb out the window. The apartment is on the 6th floor. Prevent them from jumping? If they want to kill themselves, let them kill themselves. But we'll act like we're bothered. Don't move or we'll shoot. Jump to your death or we'll shoot you dead. Take your pick.
7-Eleven.
Which one did they pick? Well, they were scraped off the floor, is all I'll say. Caught. Doesn't take much to catch a pizza, does it? Right, massive fight. Still got a bit of time. Can we get the team back? Can we get everything back that we need? Within 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! Seconds away. Right. Scanlon shall have to lead this one. He's traumatised, but he's going to have to get back on that bike. We've got things to do. I'm going to send the whole lot. Oh, noise complaint. A tearful young man with a guitar started bawling philosophical songs under the window of a house. People were throwing garbage at him, but he kept on singing something about if newborn babies could speak, they would be the most intelligent beings on earth. My neighbour grabbed a gun and went to confront him. I mean, I know bad singing can be problematic, but that takes the biscuit. We'll send just the two. Gibson and Cook working well together. She won't be suffering any fools gladly. Don't worry about that. She ain't no Gillette, who was obviously a wannabe. You know, it's all well and good riding around shooting tyres on you with your shotgun, isn't it? But getting down to some real work. Yeah, I know no frames are found because we're busy. You ain't that fussed. Is this enough frames for this? What did you do? Strangle her? It can't be enough frames because there's too many different attacks. Too many different attacks. He's either kneed her, smacked her over the head with a brick, or strangled her. So there's not enough there. Massive fight. Dealt with. Well done. And noise complaint. Gibson indeed wasn't suffering fools gladly. Oh man. We have lost prematurely some really good officers. Hulk Hogan fell so quickly. You know, Gillette's fallen now. Purdy's gone. She had a good stint, Purdy, but I wanted to keep her till the end. Percy's left. Our strippogram. Oh, you know, Birchie. God. Didn't believe it. Didn't believe it. Didn't believe it. Right, this is the last day, folks, of the stream. A couple more pieces of information for the assault. Deal with some more crime. And then we shall close off. And for the last day... Oh, come on, Gorbachev, not you! Damn it, man, Gorbachev, damn it! Right, we're going to... Just bear with me a second, folks, because we need for the last day of the shift. Some specific music, you know? La-di-da-di-da. Da, 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 da. There we go. Let us soothe our way to the end of the stream. Beautiful. Alrighty. Uh-oh, we could be in trouble here. We could be in trouble. Angela Payne, assistant caretaker. Get her nabbed. Assault. Mendez. Get him nabbed. Get the info. Get the job done. A rape. Bit busy. Sorry about that. Rapes? Sorry. Snowed under.
C in progress.
Ooh, this is a big job. A strange smell and smoke coming from a neighbour's trailer. That's obviously a false call. It's burnt cooking. Somebody's burnt their scones. It's a bummer when that happens, isn't it? Nothing worse than burnt scones in the morning.
412C in progress.
Right, I assault with an offensive weapon at the Ice Prince Cafe. Some customers didn't leave a tip for the waiter and he became furious, grabbed a fork, called up with them and threatened to stick a fork in their throats. We can't have people doing that. Robbins, Yancey, take Fitzsimmons with you. Sort this out, please. New people at the labour market. Ping Chin. Look at Teresa. Come on down, Teresa. Come on down. She looks classy bird. Eamon Glenn. We'll just bring him in. Just bring him in. Oh! Yeah, it's a false call.
1111.
I think it's safe to say, folks, it wasn't burnt scones. Probably crystal meth. And the grandma that's rung it in has just been shot dead.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
Never mind. Sorry about that. Okay, so the waiter is waving a fork around, threatening a frightened old woman and her grandson. Yeah, just taser the man. Let's not bother asking questions. Let's not mess around. Just taser him, grab the fork off him, and stick it in his leg. Maybe not do that last bit, but you know what I mean. Just get rid of it. Carjacking at the library. Yes. It all kicks off at the library, you know. Stolen ambulance. Some guy with a gun stepped into the road in front of an ambulance, pulled the driver out and drove off. Where's our shotgun-toting motorcyclist when you need him? We need some good drivers here. Prado, are you a good driver? You better be. Terrible twosome. And Truve. Let's go crack it. Let's go crack it. Come on. Stop that ambulance. Can't take Jaxie to anything decent. He's obviously proven to be a liability. Talking a man to death on a Christmas tree. He's kind of left him bottom of the pile. There you go. Looks like Prado is a good driver. Okay. Mrs. Maldonado, named after the famous Formula 1 driver. I say famous for his crashing. Suspicious man sitting with his camera in the bushes, photographing girls. He's not. He's a twitcher. He's looking at birds. He's a twitcher, and you've disturbed him, and you're scared off the bird. It says winter though. Do you get birds in winter? They fly south for the winter, right? Just because it's not summer, this is suspicious to me. This is very suspicious. There's no birds in the winter. I think. I'm not an expert, but it seems a bit of an odd time to be bird watching. It might not be birds, it could be other wildlife. Nah. It's nothing. No, it's not photographing little girls. It's not at all. Oh! Yo, brother Jack, I just wrote a new hit and I need some cops on backing vocals. What kind of accent you got there, son? Not a clue. I'm looking for your most brutal guys. I'll throw you some cash. You can drink what? No. You feel me? You feel me, player? No, I don't feel you, brother. Don't feel you at all. Now, bog off. Okay, thankfully it was a false call.
212 in progress.
Destruction of property. A crowd of people from the Church of Satan, that famous church, gathered around the corn monument, splashed black paint all over it, and proclaimed it a symbol of Lucifer's fertility. Hell no. Hell no. Not on my watch, Sonny Jim. No satanical things going on. Gorbachev is off drunk today, so Song's partner's not there. But I think we've got this. Right, let's have a quick look. At the old assault situation. Got some new news. The foreman to fix he was contracted to fix the leaky roof of the court, which I think is there. Apparently City Hall only paid us half what they promised. Ooh. I was standing on the roof of the courthouse just before we finished the job, and I glanced up at the mayor's office thinking I could put a couple of bullet holes into that greedy, lying asshole. So I put some snipers on number 6. Job's done. Caretaker. Retired 2 months ago. Angela Payne. Rogers threw a tantrum about the window cleaner parking his hoist right outside his office. He acted like he was having a heart attack. What if he had a weapon? I'd be a sitting duck. Nobody else goes up on the roof without my written permission. He was about to move his office to another wing of the building, but he changed his mind because he liked seeing the courthouse out of the window. Why would he keep staring at the courthouse? Where he really belongs is an asylum. So that indicates that he might see the snipers if we put them there. But if that says... So that... Is that number 9? So number 9 must be his office, right? No, 6... No, that's a 4. So that's a courthouse. That must be the mayor's office, number 4. I'm not seeing a plan yet.
911 in progress.
There's only one correct layout for the assault. What? Are you kidding me? I mean, I've gone through such hell and high water in this game that if I have to cheat, I will flip and cheat to get the right assault outcome. I ain't having this go tits up now, I'm telling you. No. Is there multiple endings? Oh, well, I say multiple. What if you screw it up? City Hall received the threat that our men are coming to storm the building and kill everyone inside. Really? Who would make up such nonsense? Has he got wind of what's happening? No, of course not. Okay. More thieves. Surely our lesser beings can't screw this up as well. Well, they can, but
212 complete.
well done. I just want to see these new guys. Have they caught these little thieves? I think we should take old man on another job, shouldn't we? Oh, well done. It's minor miracle. Right, anyway, forget one more job for Jaxie for the day. Anything? No? Drunk and disorderly? No? Nah. No detective sent to crime scene. Rape went unattended. Sorry about that. But we got bigger fish to fry. Day 168. 12 more to go. Children learn the bad more easily than they learn the good. Said somebody. Not remotely famous at all. Right, so I think we'll call a close to matters there. No. 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 I mean, we're going to go for yes. There we go. Okay, not bad. Yes, so we are coming down to the end now. It looks like probably the next stream will be the last one as we prepare to launch an assault on City Hall, remove that ghastly man, and replace him with Chappie. And we'll see what happens to good old Jack Boyd. Will he get his retirement? Will he continue on as police chief? What does he want to do? I don't know. Will we ever find Purdy? Probably not. Percy? Maybe. Oh, no, I don't think so. But yeah, one more stream. It won't be this week. It won't be Monday because I'm in Birmingham. It won't be Tuesday because I'll be coming back from Birmingham and I'll probably be tired. So it's going to have to be next weekend. So another week to wait. The tension will build. But we'll be ready to crack it next week, and we'll see how this story ends. But yes, enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. Tomorrow evening, football's cancelled again for the second week in a row. This is very rare that this happens on a Sunday. But the game's postponed. The other team couldn't get a team together. So I'm streaming Stardew Valley tomorrow. So 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 I think. Same time as today. 7:30. We'll have some more Stardew Valley tomorrow. So if you want to join me, feel free. I'll have my Stardew Valley mug at the ready, cup of tea at the ready, and we'll press on with some more winter fun. I haven't, but I shall look before the stream tomorrow. Certainly. Looks good from what I've seen of it so far, anyway. But I haven't installed it yet. But yes. Beautiful. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.